FM Floresville.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs returned to action last night, taking down the New Orleans Pelicans 121-116. Wemby came back after missing a game with a bad back with 25 points and 10 rebounds. In college football, Texas fell in overtime in the SEC championship game to Georgia. In the final college football playoff rankings came out as Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State with the byes. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing? It's the Morning Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Can I turn up my volume now?
Turn it up, baby.
Is it safe?
Turn it up.
See.
I'm AJ. Those dulcet tones you're hearing, that's Rob Thompson. Howdy, Rob.
Howdy.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. This is I'm excited to be here today, as I am every Monday. You know, in our line of work, I have this like pressure valve, and as the weekend goes, there's all these things that happen that I can't just turn to my wife and go, that Josh Allen might be the best guy I've seen play football. I mean, my wife just doesn't give a crap about that. So as the Sunday night ends, I got all this stuff kind of built up. Like I'm all verklempt. So Monday mornings are great anyway. But the weather, it's just feeling very, I don't know, holiday-ish. I'm feeling very Christmassy.
It was eerie driving in on 1604 this morning.
If you're just getting up, it's a fog bank out there.
I wonder if it is anymore. It might not be
true.
now, but at 3:45, 4 in the morning, it was certainly.
If there's a wolf man, he's out there.
Yes,
I have no doubt.
Yes. God bless you, Wolfman, if you're listening. Yeah, we miss you. We miss you, buddy. Been a while since we heard from you, Wolfman. What's that, Wolfman?
The Wolfman's girlfriend's name is Michelle, evidently.
Oh, boy. What a weekend it was. What a weekend.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. It was a fine championship weekend.
You know who had the best weekend of everyone? Juan Soto.
Juan Soto had a pretty good day.
Pretty
the thing,
good.
How you manage to get a raise like that and not even have to move. He can stay exactly where he is.
Yeah, well played. Although it would take me at least $800 million to play for the Mets. At least.
Well, it would take that much. At some point, we're going to be celebrating Juan Soto Day. Bobby Bo Day will finally fade into the past, but in 20 years, we're going to still be celebrating Juan Soto Day.
I have a couple of buddies who are in my in a fantasy league that I'm in that are Yankees fans, and they were like, "Oh, it sucks," and I was like, "Dude, the only thing that would suck more maybe is being the team who signed him. That's who should be upset."
You're so right.
$765 million.
And I don't care. I'm not like my father who begrudges people who get that kind of money.
No,
honest to
good
God,
on you, Juan
go
Soto.
Get it. But
yes.
It's just such a ridiculous number where we're getting to the realm of, seriously, you view this talent is worthy of paying for well after his good days are done. You're willing to pay this cat $25 million a year when he's 40? What?
Yeah.
You're going to do what? For now. You're going to do all that later for now. That's the one thing that just astounds me.
And remember, this is the same team that the same team that threw a bunch of money at Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer and then paid them to go away in the middle of the season.
Because they're old and worn out. We realize we don't want to pay old guys that much money, but they continue going to the well, and obviously they got it or they wouldn't be spending it. So good on you, Juan Soto.
Yep.
Good on you, brother.
That's a good weekend.
Oh, he's destined for some sort of elbow injury, and he's going to be out for 2 years.
Yeah.
He's destined for something terrible. It is a Met signing, after all.
Not a good weekend for Bevo.
Sometimes when you win, you lose, and sometimes when you lose, you win.
You really win, yes.
So we're gonna have to fix what happened this weekend. We're gonna fix this. I warned everybody, and here we sit. There's from now on gonna be gamesmanship. When you see Boise State got a freaking bye, okay. When you see all that, you go, conference championships don't mean crap. In fact, unless you're not in, they're a hindrance, man. You don't want to be in the conference championship game.
Yeah, and I said that to begin with. Like, all it is playing an extra game. It's risking your spot.
Unless you were Clemson this weekend, you did not want to be playing. No good came out of this for anybody.
Yeah, well, Clemson, got a spot that they weren't going to get.
That's it. Unless you're playing in, you're the only ones to be in this thing. You know what?
Boise, too. Boise wouldn't be in if they hadn't won.
That's what I'm saying. If you had to play in, I get the validity. But if both teams were already in, you should just let's still call it a gimme. We'll flip a coin. Let's not play.
Like, think about Indiana. Imagine if Indiana had to play that game instead of Penn State against Oregon. Indiana's not in the playoff.
Yeah, they're done. So the best thing that could have happened. So I don't know how we address this. I don't know if we have to figure out a weighted system that we can just point to on the wall that X equals this, so there's not a bunch of dispute. But the conference title, when it becomes a hindrance, and I think they tried to address it by the final rankings. I think they tried to do their best with what they were given. But I can see the future, and there's going to be gamesmanship. There's going to be a punt. It's just going to happen. Quarterback's kind of hurt. He's not going to play in this game. He's got a little dinged up. Our running back, we're going to hold him back. We're going to start seeing that because what's the point? If we can, I'd rather go on the road against a bad team than wait on a good one. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know who got a better end of the stick with losing this weekend, Texas or Penn State.
I think Penn State really benefited by the weekend.
Penn State now hosts SMU, and then they go to Boise.
Yeah, I think of all the schools, now they got to hit the road, and they're traveling some time zones. It's we've seen the precedent with that, but of all the schools that played into kind of the losers bracket into the final, it feels like them.
Although Texas gets a home game against Clemson, where they're already 11-point favorites.
Yes, and
then they get Arizona State.
So they're second in the, so we lost, did we?
Yeah.
So this sucks. Oh, we'll just stay home and wait.
By the way, they'll be double-digit favorites again against Arizona State.
There's to the victor go the spoils. I'm not mad at some of this. You earned a lot of this once you get there. But we got to get rid of what happened this weekend. I don't know how.
But you know what?
When.
This is the problem is there's people who are saying that, and then there's people who are glad that Alabama's out.
Well, they shouldn't be. They should be out. I mean, they could have been a precedent that would have been set that I'm glad they don't. They kind of push down the road.
Although, again,
right. But
who gives you and this was my thought is, I think Alabama's probably about the 5th best team in the country.
Yes, but I came to the realization last week that this isn't about the best. This is about equality.
I hate that part of it.
I agree.
But that's what it was when SMU lost. I was like, SMU deserves to be in. They went undefeated in their conference, lost a championship game like on a last-second, 50-something yard field goal. Like, I'd hate to see them have to go home for that, but I also know that they have zero chance of winning a national title.
They don't have a chance of winning their first game.
And Alabama, whatever you think of them, Alabama could have easily won this tournament had they gotten in.
Yeah.
I'm fully of the belief there are 4 teams who can win this tournament. Still, 4.
And we could have had 3 more that could have been. If we'd have thrown South Carolina, Ole Miss, one or the other, or both, I think the way both those teams played, one on offense, one on defense, that they would have a claim, a puncher's chance. So, but this isn't about that. This isn't about the top 12 best teams. If it was, we'd be doing things differently.
I say 4. I misspoke. There's 3. I think there's 3 teams who can win a championship.
Well, I think Penn State you need to add in there.
I'm not going to. That small game James strikes again.
I agree. I mean, but as far as the Jimmies and Joes, they're one of the 4, man. I think that they've got as good a shot as any of the others.
Besides Oregon, Georgia, and Texas, I can eliminate every team based on, well, not I can't. Indiana's not eliminated based on this, but most of them are.
They're eliminated.
Based on quarterback and head coach. One of those two eliminates them. Indiana, that's not the case. They just don't have the talent. But Ohio State and Tennessee are both eliminated on quarterback and head coach. The rest of their teams are awesome. Boy,
I thought Penn State, they're better. You better look out for them.
Okay.
There's just something
listen,
about
they've got
that.
a path. They've got the path.
They
certainly
do, and there's just something about if they're X'd in, if they're running perfectly, that's a really, really, really good football team. But I think a lot of it is the head coach. But
can they win 4 games in a row that are important?
It's possible. They've got enough horses to do it. And when I say that, I mean I'm talking about their quarterback's good enough to do it. They've got a wide receiver that's going to play on Sunday. If he went to play this Sunday, he'd play there. There's more skill at Penn State than I've seen since, the last time they had a lot of skill and lost a huge game. But this one feels as likely as ever. And Oregon is the school that kind of concerns me.
I mean, you're talking about Oregon, the school that just beat Penn State, the school that you're jockeying.
I agree.
Not only beat them, but covered.
They covered and they
business.
did it relatively nonchalantly. But there's just something about Oregon that looks like a team that, of all of that could be upset, them and Notre Dame are the most likely to me.
In the first round? You're talking about Notre Dame losing to Indiana?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, of all the crazy possibilities, I'm not saying it'll happen, but this Indiana-Notre Dame was cooked up by the football gods, was gifted to, what's the coach's name?
Kurt Cignetti.
Notre Dame, they suck. Purdue, they suck too. So this was born perfect. I like the potential there. I can't wait.
You know what? Let's stay on clock today for once. When we come back, we'll dig more into this college football play. We got a lot to talk about today. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a new trouble spot on the northeast side. Getting reports of a stall on Loop 410 westbound right at 35, Perrin Creek. It's in the left lane. I-10 westbound North Brazos Street, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. 35 southbound FM 3009 on down to Thousand Oaks. Right now, that's in good shape. In fact, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling at posted speeds. If you see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by PayPal.
This season, the PayPal app has amazingly low prices for holiday shopping. Get exclusive cashback offers in the app. And with the PayPal debit card, PayPal stacks 5% more in the monthly category of your choosing on up to $1,000 in purchases. Don't just pay, PayPal.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
This is the famous footwear that everyone has on their holiday wish list. So don't wait to make it famous. Whether you're searching for their favorite character shoes or the hottest sneakers, slippers, and boots, Famous Footwear has the newest styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, Converse, New Balance, Birkenstock, Timberland, and more. Unwrap Famous today and make everyone's holidays merry with buy one, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesome, Tix.com.
Divorce is tough, but you have a choice. Do you want control of the process, or are you willing to let your spouse dictate the terms? If you're serious about safeguarding your assets during a divorce, then Barton & Associates is your law firm. As the owner of Barton & Associates, I will ensure my attorneys act swiftly and decisively to protect what's rightfully yours. Be in control of your divorce. Visit texasdivorce.com or call 210-500-0000. That's 210-5-million.
Principal Office, San Antonio.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here from my friends over at Prize Picks. It's Pixmas time, my friends, and Pixmas means one thing to me, and that's 200 times my money. Yes, for a shot to win up to 200 times your cash, there's no better place to go than Prize Picks, because that's what they're doing. Me and millions of others are there for this very reason. Go and get your money. You know how to play fantasy. You know what to expect. Pat Mahomes going to have a good week. What about Wemby? Is it going to be more? Is it going to be less? You've done it before. Go do it again. What I love about Prize Picks is they always take care of me. Now they're taking care of 200 times my money with just a couple of clicks. For your shot at up to 200 times your cash, go download Prize Picks and start playing today. Use the code word Alamo. That's 200 times your money. I can't say it more often. What a great way to play along with all your other fantasy stuff. Go play today. That's Prize Picks. Code word Alamo. Run your game.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are one Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free. 5G so fast, like blazing fast. Games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are one Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
The holiday is coming quick. If you're looking for a perfect gift that will impress, put Tupelo honey under the tree. It's luxury honey from right here in the U.S. True Tupelo honey is only found in Northwest Florida and is only harvested 2 weeks a year. At Smiley Honey, we're shipping all over the country with guaranteed delivery in time for Christmas. Tupelo honey is sweeter, lighter, and healthier, and it doesn't crystallize. SmileyHoney.com to order today. Tupelo honey, the gold standard of honey.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What's that? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
DJ Vic, DJ Brown. What was your DJing name?
Slick Vic.
Slick Vic.
Yeah.
DJ Cold Cuts.
Good old days.
DJ Cuban Sandwich.
Yeah.
DJ Flop Sweat.
He back on the ones and twos here after a week off. Yeah. What'd you do with your week off, Vic?
Nothing. Just stayed at home.
Just stayed home, got high all day, and
basically
watched Price is Right.
Yeah.
Family Guy all day long.
Were you like
No, I watched Landman, Lioness, what's on Paramount Plus.
You just watched a bunch of TV, huh?
Yeah, and then clean up the garage.
Okay. Did you like stay in your underwear and then like when your
those are good days.
When your wife left, you just waved at her and be like, "Have a good day at work."
Yeah, basically.
In your robe, that's a good day.
That's a good feeling.
My daughter, after she left to work, actually, that's when I did the underwear thing. We all do.
Yeah.
It feels great.
I mean, I don't even put clothes on the weekend.
Why?
Yeah. What's the
That's
point?
Why I'm
What's the point?
Firm believer in the robe. If you don't have a good robe.
I don't have a robe. That's
the thing is about a robe.
I don't think I would wear a robe.
Well, you would. Once you get used to the pockets, and it's like walking around in a blanket.
Yeah.
And you have pockets that you can hold your remote, your gun.
You know why I can't wear a robe?
What?
I've spent too much time making fun of my wife for wearing robes.
Oh, man, I am a robe dude, man.
I'm Mexican. I don't know how
I have
a
a winter robe. I have a summer robe. I have a travel robe.
I've never
Your summer robe, is it like
It's
silk?
a kimono. It's silky. It's light.
Is it
airy.
about this high?
It's a shorty.
Yeah, there you go.
It covers my nalgas. It's right there.
I don't own a robe.
No,
I've never.
I do. I have seasonal robes, and I just went to my winter robe, which goes all the way to my feet, and it's like big and furry.
I had to on Saturday morning. I was laying in bed and I was like, oh, I can't get out of bed. I had to turn the heat on. I hadn't turned the heat on the whole, I hadn't turned the heat on so far, and I was like, I can't get out of bed till this house is warmer.
It's gonna stink.
And it
Did you get that smell?
Yeah, I got the
burnt
smell.
socks.
But once the smell dissipated,
it was on.
that's how I was able to get out of bed and get moving. But yeah, it was it's finally come. It was finally too cold for me to just
It was the
tough it out.
perfect football weekend.
It
Saturday,
was.
there was no need to be outside. There was no need to leave the home. There's nothing outside for it. Nothing good was going on out there. If you had to do your shopping, you had your phone, you had internet. You didn't have to
outside
do anything.
schmoutside.
You got to DoorDash. There's a you got to stimulate the economy. Even though you're not leaving the house, you can spend some money. You can get your shopping done. You can have food delivered. You can do a lot of stuff.
You know what I did on Saturday for food?
Stalked and killed your own.
No,
wild boar. No?
I cooked a tri-tip.
Oh, I was there when you bought it.
In my oven. I've never done this before.
I figure you can do it though.
Yeah.
How did it come out?
It didn't have quite. I mean, it didn't have the smoke flavor to it
No,
that you'd like, but worked out okay.
I'm interested. How was it low and slow? How'd you do it?
I did about 220, which is about as low as my oven goes, I think. But it didn't. I mean, they don't take long. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I went over to Tri-County. I got myself a good one. I asked for the smallest one they had, since it's just me, solo eater.
Is it still? Did you eat it all?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Even the small ones are pretty good size.
I probably should have trimmed it a little more aggressively. Trimmed that cap a little more aggressively.
Maybe for the oven, yeah.
I kind of left it like it was a brisket.
But
and
that's where the fun is, right there.
I know. But so I'm always torn. But I think if it was going to be on the smoker for.
Did you skewer it and turn it, or did you lay it on a pan?
I've laid it on a pan.
Did you elevate it, or was it searing on a pan?
It was straight on the pan.
Straight on the pan?
Yeah. Yep. And it worked out fine.
Yeah.
It came out nice, medium rare, and medium rare on a tri-tip looks like it's barely,
The thing about it is, and I've been trying to tell people for a couple of years, and I don't think it's caught on in Texas. We just don't do the tri-tips. I think the fat cap's off-putting to some people. I don't know why.
Trim it down.
But it is the beefiest cut of meat for the $1 that you can get.
Without question.
You will not have a better tasting cut of meat than a tri-tip. It's just ridiculous. Now, it takes a little bit of effort. It's not a fast cook. But, man, oh, man, you can't beat it as far as prime ribby, beefy, wonderful flavor.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I discovered it. I say I discovered it. I mean, I've had it a couple times, but I really discovered it as like kind of a regular thing when I was out in Vegas.
It's a California West Coast
They
thing,
eat a lot of tri-tip, and it's so. I could spend, I don't know, 2 hours making a tri-tip, or I could spend 14 hours making a brisket, and
it's true.
I'm gonna be happy either way. My wife's gonna be happy either way. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, and there's a lot of good ways to do it. You can cut them into steak-sized things and put them on a skewer and roast them. You can pan-sear them flat like that. You can slow cook them. You can do a lot of different ways, but the beefiness, man, you can't beat it. And I think I've seen them more and more in HEBs. I think there is kind of a trend toward it because for the very reasons you just said. I mean,
Yeah.
Quicker cook, not quite as much, and it's not brisket. It's different, but it's
Dude, and also, the tri-tip that I had was a little under 2 pounds. It was like $20.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Like, you know what I mean? Like whereas a brisket, we're talking.
You can still spend $100,
150. I mean, yeah,
easy on it.
So, no, it was a good chunk of meat. So shout out to those guys out at Tri-County.
Yeah, we had a good time out on Friday there too as well.
I grabbed some dried sausage on my way out too. Oh my God, I went and looked at a house, Rob.
I cannot wait to hear this.
You would not. I swear this house. There had to be a cult run out of it. There had to be.
It was kind of a barn dominium looking kind of thing.
It was, and it was up in Bernie, but also after going up there, like this is the first house that I've gone and looked at with a realtor. So, I was like, okay, it's on 7.5 acres.
The photos look pretty good.
It is a very unique house.
So there's a very unique buyer out there that will be very happy.
This you talk about a custom built home. This is as custom built as you're going to find. But when I got there, the first thing you see, well, first of all, this was the worst driveway in the history of time. Like, this is out in the neighborhood is called like River Mountain or something like that. And it's like, it's all 5 acre or bigger lots.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are high fenced, and a lot of them have, done a bunch of clearing. These people have not done any clearing. They want their privacy.
I get it.
This driveway, I mean, I might have had a better chance of getting down it in a canoe. Like, it's literally like a river in the middle of this driveway, and it's just, and I was like, oh, my wife, there's no way her car would make it on.
So you're $10,000 in for a new driveway just to start.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, and mind you, the driveway, it comes in, it's like, I don't know, let's say 50 yards, 60 yards just to where the house is.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is, if you want to get in the garage, you'd have to extend the driveway all around to the other side of the house. There's a carport on this side with another circle driveway. This thing is massive, first of all. The property is massive. There are not one, but 2 separate RV hookups in that circle driveway.
There you got some potential income.
Uh-huh.
Get yourself a
that's what I want.
Snowbird.
That's what I want.
Some folks from Wisconsin like to live on your property.
The house itself is such a trip. So there's 2 sinks in the kitchen. The microwave is like knee height.
Okay.
There's a trash compactor.
Oh, I like that.
There's a warming drawer.
Oh man.
There's like all these weird things
you
don't. There's a huge wall.
Uh-huh.
When you walk in, I'll show you a picture of it on the break, but it's clearly like the entertainment hub, and there's like all these spots for electronics, and there's a room behind that wall that's only purpose is to hold all the electronic equipment. This was when they set this up, and this house is probably 30 years old. When they built it,
all the stuff was twice the size that it is now. I got you.
Yeah.
So now you have a closet that would hold. All you need is a couple. So far, I'm liking what I'm hearing, man. Sounds like a guy designed it.
Okay. Let me tell you where it gets weird. If I'm standing in and this is, mind you, about a 2,500, 3,000 square foot house, a big house. It's 1 story though.
I like that.
1.5
As
stories.
I get old, the older I'm getting, the more I appreciate the lack of stairs.
It's because it's very high ceilings, but there's only 1 livable story. If I'm standing in the front bedroom, when you first walk in, and I wanted to talk to you while you were in the master bedroom in the back right corner, all I'd have to do is yell, because the entire ceilings are open. The wall goes up like one story, and then that's it.
It's classic barn dominium. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wide open. Here's the other thing.
Nice.
No,
it's not nice.
That's
How am I going to ever have sex?
Yeah,
how will I ever have sex?
Yeah.
Imagine your kid lives in that front room and you have to hear her having sex. Yeah, you don't want that, do you? So it doesn't sound so nice now.
So I
always wondered why they do that.
I got no idea.
Is it for like economies for the HVAC system or something?
I guess. I think it's for a cult.
Wide open, even whispers you can hear. Yeah.
There's an office with all these built-in things. One book left on the desk. What do you think it was?
Gideon Bible.
The Rapture, it's called.
So they left that for the
I guess
future
for everybody
guests?
to look at. There's no bedroom. There's no bedroom door. No master bedroom door. Nor is there a frame to put a bedroom door.
Sometimes people design that. When I was first, sometimes they do that in preparation if they're getting old and they need wheelchairs and wide doors to get hospital beds in and out of.
I believe that was the case here because it had one of those showers that had like a different sets of handles at different heights.
Sounds like that was designed for an older person to get around, like wider for a wheelchair, so no door frames.
Right,
you could roll a bed in and out. Yeah.
The
microwave you said was low.
Yes, and the toilet was.
Well, you're going to buy one of those $3,000 Japanese toilets anyway, so whatever's there is going to be gone. I know you.
This is the problem though.
You're thrown.
So you walk in the bathroom and there's like there's the vanity, and to the right it's a very large shower, like probably the size of Vic's studio, but it's wide open, and the wall is one of those glass brick walls.
I got you.
The toilet, and again, this is probably a handicap thing, is at the end of the vanity, but it's facing towards the shower. So it's not facing like towards the room where you think it would be.
Looking into the shower.
You're just looking into the shower while you're pooping.
You could possibly just the two of y'all and take a shower. One of y'all needs to take a little break, take a little poop.
I don't think my wife would like that.
I'm gonna. If you need me, babe, I'll be over here pooping.
I don't think she would
turn
like
the other
that.
way.
I loved the property.
Yeah, that was designed. So if you were 40 years older, if you were in your early 80s, you'd go, "This is perfect."
No, I wouldn't have the gumption to do what the property needs to be done to it if I were in my 80s. But if I worked from home, that's the other thing. I found that like on a map, it doesn't look that far, and Bernie isn't that far.
Are you east or west of 10? Do you know? You're east of 10. Okay.
East. And I'm telling you, Rob, it was 30 minutes from the house to the highway.
Did you get there via 46? How did you get to 10 from the house?
Several small, curvy
so
roads.
You just end up on a random road hitting 10.
Yeah.
Really?
And
pretty country though.
It is, but I can't drive that every day.
No, that's a game. Well, if I have a good friend that his entire professional life has driven from North San Antonio to Austin. He just decided, I don't want to move there, has the gig, and his entire professional life has driven to Austin and home every day.
That sucks.
But that's a choice. I mean, he chose to live on land like you, and that's the sacrifice he made.
The entire front of the house is all sliding glass doors.
So like open up and get a breeze? I bet, is the house situated to where it takes a breeze like that?
I've got no idea. But the house is situated where if you walked out if you were one of my kids, you came out of your room and went out onto the porch, you would see directly into my bedroom.
No, see that? No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a crazy person's house.
It's a crazy person or old folks, somebody older retiring, and
I think it's a mix. They had his and hers closets. There was not one rack. These are giant closets. Not one rack to hang anything on. So they're just rooms.
So you have to move in like a series of armoires.
I guess so. I don't know.
Inside your closet.
There was one of the two closets had a coat hook, like one single hook off of the wall.
Yeah,
like,
a cult.
What the?
See, if you're only wearing like robes, you only need a hook.
I guess
you
so.
know what I mean? You have like your day robe and your sacrifice robe.
The laundry room had a door like where you would put clothes down a chute, except as I mentioned, there's no second story. I don't know where these clothes are coming from with this chute. Like, what is this? It was what? All right, Vic is making me take a break. We'll be back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a new trouble spot on the northeast side. Getting reports of a stall on Loop 410 westbound right at 35, Perrin Creek. It's in the left lane. I-10 westbound North Brazos Street, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. 35 southbound FM 3009 on down to Thousand Oaks. Right now, that's in good shape. In fact, pretty much most all our major freeway systems are rolling at posted speeds. If you see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line so we can check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by PayPal.
This season, the PayPal app has amazingly low prices for holiday shopping. Get exclusive cashback offers in the app. And with the PayPal debit card, PayPal stacks 5% more in the monthly category of your choosing on up to $1,000 in purchases. Don't just pay, PayPal.
When I wake up, the best mornings in the morning light start with Wrangler. I pull on my jeans and I feel all right. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Jason Minix here from the Blitz for Underdog Fantasy, the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports. And I love playing the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy, where you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats. Think basketball, think football. You can mix, you can match across your other favorite sports and leagues and win money watching sports. And this season, Underdog will be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like Profit Boost. Pump up your winnings in just a tab when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts, you'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at the win. And they're basically a sure thing with their free picks. A player just has to get higher than 0.5 for that stat pick to win. All new users get a free pick. So download the app, sign up with promo code STAR and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Promo code STAR. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
The holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This weekend only, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait, this is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays. Plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Morning Huddle. Between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel a little off, right? You're tired all the time, your energy's low, maybe even your drive isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that comes down to testosterone, and trust me, it can happen to the best of us. That's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. They know how we feel, and they make it easy. Game Day Men's Health is over there on Bassey Road, across from the quarry. Their office has a relaxed man cave vibe, and they've built a 3-step process that's quick and designed just for us. First, get your T levels checked. Free testosterone test at their in-house lab. Then, you meet with a licensed provider to create a customized plan. And finally, you'll get those fast weekly treatments. After a month, you're going to notice a difference. More energy, better mood, and a kick in your libido. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better at Game Day.
We all expect our home to protect everything we love.
But here in Texas, we don't expect the ways water is breaking down our foundations and damaging our homes. Cracks in walls and uneven floors are just a few signs your foundation is shifting. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Foundation Support Specialists. Make sure your investment is protected. Get your free inspection at foundationsupportspecialists.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's football time at BetMGM. Use code KOSTOS, K-O-S-T-O-S, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, original bets, and the best daily promotions in the business. Use code KOSTOS, K-O-S-T-O-S, and get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. New customer offer. This U.S. promotional offer not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, call 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Border Jumper says that's a swinger's house. I didn't really put it together that it would be a...
No.
I didn't put it together that was a
Not
handicap
swinger's
thing.
house. Yeah, I think that's all handicap stuff.
That makes a little more sense now. Makes sense why they're selling it too, because it's but
or a little person lived there.
That's possible too.
How tall was the toilet?
Normal height.
Did you sit on it? Did you measure?
No, because I would have had to look into the shower. That would have been weird. Would have been weird.
Is anybody living in the house now?
No,
it's vacant.
Vacant. And it's got one of those Jack and Jill bathrooms.
I don't know what that means.
Like where. There's 2 bedrooms and they have a shared bathroom.
Oh yeah. Like a suite, like a dorm suite.
Yeah. But it is it's like a college dorm suite because your sink is in your actual bedroom, but the toilet and shower are in the connected bathroom.
What a random house this is!
I'm telling you, there was like a built up spot, and I didn't want to know.
Could you create a second story? Like, what if you put a roof on that upper part? Would you just have like a attic up there or something?
There's a large attic space. There's a space up there large enough to be another bedroom.
Crazy. Anyway.
But in one of the bedrooms above the closet, like on the height that it would be the second floor, there's a small door. And
That's where all the cameras are.
It goes into this tower that does have holes. I think it is like a security thing. But
what?
I'm telling you, dude. I'm
liking this house more and more, actually.
You should buy it, Rob. But I'll be honest, the whole time, and this is what I told the realtor. I said, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you.
I'm not going to like this. I'm not going to buy it. No.
If my wife saw this house, if she knew that I spent more than 3 minutes in this house... She would tell me I'm just wasting all my time. Like, what are you even doing here?
And the thing is, you had to drive so far out there. So
and that's the only reason I like.
Yeah, let's look around. You never know.
Yeah. But you live and learn. Live and learn.
It's going to take a lot of searching, man.
It's going to take a lot of searching. All right, let's get back into the college football playoff on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
We did a deal yesterday on Instagram for a gift card, and we used the word Joe's Toes. And I'm not going to say this guy's name. He says, You want to read that?
The entire thing goes, Joe's Toes. Joe's Toes. Put them in my mouth. Joe's Toes. Yummy.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Hey guys, Jason Minix here. Have you been putting off getting your T levels checked? Why drag through days with low energy potentially caused by low testosterone? Make that holiday resolution and go to Synergenics. I recommend the health providers at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss because their personalized TRT goes beyond standard treatments. And at Synergenics, they're also experts with weight loss with affordable prescription GLP-1 plans. Don't wait. Book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com. SYNERGENX health.com.
George gets justice. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they don't just represent you, they fight for you. When life throws its toughest challenges, George and his team are there to get you the justice you deserve. And here's their promise. You don't pay unless they win your case. With a proven track record of success, they take every case personally. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-600-9595. 800-600-9595. 800-600-9595.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
It's your last chance to snag Dell Technologies' lowest prices of the year before the holidays. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. This is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The current federal government is actually going $1 trillion deeper in debt every 100 days. That's why thousands are turning to Goldco, a top-rated gold company, to diversify their savings with time-tested safe haven assets, physical gold and silver. Right now, not only is Goldco offering a free gold and silver kit, but on qualified purchases, they'll give you up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. Call 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub, right next to the Angry Elephant. 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Woo! Is it instrumental only? Oh. All right. I'll save you.
Yeah.
I was going to get after it, but I'll save you. All right.
I don't know what this is the intro to.
This is
DMX.
It's a DMX song.
Okay. So you're gonna
y'all gonna make.
No, this is okay. All right. Never mind. Sorry, I'm a little slow. Sorry, I'm a little slow in the uptake. I'm about to lose my mind. Sorry. I was like, I think I know this. Anyway,
What was the biggest? I guess I shouldn't even ask it that way. Is it a success? The first college football playoff, like bracketing wise, like did they
absolutely
did they do it right?
They did everything right according to the way the rules were written.
Okay.
And
you think it's going to change as far as like who gets the buys?
I think we got to figure out a way to either eliminate the conference championship game or make the championship game matter. I know they tried to make it not matter, so that if you didn't make it, even if you had a better record, but the scheduling, because of the Big Ten weirdness, you didn't get to play in it, there should be some benefit to winning it is what I'm getting at. I don't want to get to the point where if you're like Texas, you lost and you're better off. There should be some benefit.
The benefit is Arizona State has a bye, and Texas has to play a game.
Well, yes, and that I have a problem with. Maybe we reseed in there. But other than that, We have representation across the country. We have some, I don't know if you would call them Cinderellas, but Arizona State certainly is a Cinderella. We got storylines.
Arizona State was picked dead last in the Big 12.
We've got storylines. We've got Heisman candidates. I think we've got the makings of what we want as far as a fun playoff. It ain't the 12 best teams.
No.
I can tell you that. It ain't even the 7 best teams. But as far as entertainment value and everybody's got a fighting chance, we're exactly where I wanted to be.
For me, though, the idea that it's like being the 12 best teams or whatever, I knew that was never going to be the case. Otherwise, it'd be all SEC and Big Ten.
Pretty much.
But I'm the only team that I could see winning a national title that's not participating is Alabama, and I guess it's kind of a win. If that's all that it is.
Yeah. If everybody that should be there is, but I say there are some that are more equal than others, and Alabama certainly should be there. And I think Ole Miss certainly belongs in that conversation. They've done enough.
South Carolina
certainly has done enough. I'd like to find a Big Ten team that I'd like to recommend, but there's not. We'll find out if the ACC is worth the effort here to get Clemson in. I don't think they are. I think we're going to find out that both Clemson and SMU are first-round outs, and I think we'll find out that the Big 12 is a first-round out, even if they're playing at home.
Well, what's funny is the at least from like a power rating standpoint, the best team from the ACC is Miami. They're the team who's left out.
Pretty much. So, again, as the rules were written, man, this is going to be fun. We got a couple weeks for everybody to get healthy, so you feel like, and for the most part, it'll be even-steven as far as health goes. And I like the matchups. There was some thought. I love the Indiana-Notre Dame matchup. I like the the Clemson, Texas idea, quarterback from Austin taking on Texas. There was some diligence done in the in putting the matchups together. So I like what we've got. It's the best we could do given the rules.
I think what's going to happen is this is, and it's not going to be immediate, but eventually, I think you've hinted at this before. It's going to go to 16 teams.
Probably.
Because
I think buys
getting a bye
silly.
is so advantageous.
Yeah, I think we're going to find that's too much of an advantage.
I think so. So I think they're going to go away from that, which is why I think the NFL is eventually going to go to 8 teams also.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but is also just the way of the world.
I'm chasing the best, and if that's how we get there, I'm with it.
Yep. All right, hour number 2 of the Huddle coming up. We'll take a look. We'll dig into some NFL since there were games played yesterday. Also, a big game tonight featuring Bart Simpson and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Homer Simpson and the Dallas Cowboys.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Integrity Roofing and Siding.
Roofing and siding can be expensive. Save $1,000 on a new full roof or full siding job at Integrity Roofing when you mention the Andy Everett special. Some restrictions apply. $1,000 off. Call Integrity Roofing, 340-ROOF, 340-7663, or integritysa.com.
GimmeTheVin.com. Our expert buying team knows exotics, luxury cars, classics, diesels, lifted stuff, hot rods, inside and out. We buy them at GiveMeTheVin.com. It's a one-stop shop to get into a pool of absolute experts. Join my YouTube channel, John Clay Wolf. GimmeTheVin.com. They don't call me America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Divorce is a fight. If you don't want to get knocked out of the ring by your spouse, then you need an aggressive law firm with a stable of hard-hitting attorneys at your disposal. Contact Barton & Associates today. Visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
It's your last chance to snag Dell Technologies' lowest prices of the year before the holidays. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. This is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Guys, it's that time of year you're going to have to be around your family, and you know what you need to get through these trying times is some dang good beer, and Karbach is providing that for you. Whether you're looking for something hoppy like the Hopadillo, the best IPA brewed in the state of Texas, something easy drinking like the Love Street, or a go-to all-around beer, for me at least anyway, is the Crawford Bock. They've got something for every taste and every occasion. Karbach makes a great gift as well. Put some Karbach under the tree for those hard-to-shop-for family members, and always bring some if you're going to have to be around the in-laws. That's just a given. Guys, follow them on the Instagram, on Twitter to see what's going on with the brewery, what they've got cooking up. They always have concerts going on, and if you're in Houston, make sure you stop by, check out the restaurant. Fantastic food there. Wherever you're at in San Antonio or in the great state of Texas, you're going to be able to find some Karbach. Try it out. You'll thank me later.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation, Q finger guns, really easy, super stress-free.
5G so fast like PlayStation.
blazing fast, games and memes, you'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us, we for our one Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-419-2387. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-419-2387. 800-419-2387. 800-419-2387.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute starting to fill in. Now, we still have that stall at 35 southbound Benz Engelman. It's in the left lane. An accident, minor crash, 35 on the frontage road, northbound right around Walsham. On 410 northbound approaching Military, that's a stall off to the shoulder. And Loop 410 southbound I-10, disabled vehicle, left shoulder blocked. Did clear the stall at 90 eastbound at South Zamora. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs returned to action last night, taking down the New Orleans Pelicans 121-116. Wemby came back after missing a game with a bad back with 25 points and 10 rebounds. In college football, Texas fell in overtime in the SEC championship game to Georgia. In the final college football playoff rankings came out as Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State with the byes. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 2. Here we go. Morning Huddle. Almost another full week in the books. And another shocking. Can't believe it didn't happen. The Chiefs win again. The Chiefs, doink! They find a way every single time. Now, if you bet the Chargers, you're still a winner. +4. That's what I did. Because why? Because do the Chiefs ever win by more than a field goal? No. That's just not what they do. That's not how they're built.
Although the Chargers left some meat on that bone.
Sure. Yeah. I think it was the second quarter, maybe almost the end of the second quarter before the Chargers even got a first down. Like, they did nothing
in the first half. In the second half, they got their groove. Herbert, you can see, is about a year away in Harbaugh's kind of methodology, but I think we got a good idea where the Chargers are, and I think they wake up today going, we're better, but we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have won that game. I think everybody wakes up the day after the Kansas City game going, wow, but for this how did we not
get that?
We beat those guys. So I think everybody who's played the Chiefs this year has waked up after a loss feeling pretty good about themselves because they hung with the world champs. But everybody's hung with them and lost.
And if you look at the stats, they played with them.
They did.
This was an even coin flip game. Justin Herbert even slightly outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
Well, by the numbers. But Mahomes is so far ahead of the rest of the world. He's an alien. He is playing at a different level. The game is slower for him than anybody in the world. He's like Jordan right at the end of his career, where no matter what he wanted to do, he could. And it's just easy.
See, I didn't take that from last night. Nothing looked easy to me for the Chiefs
see, that's
last night.
just
Like they were just
nothing,
grinding.
But you grade a good team by how they look when they're not playing well, even on their bad days. And Mahomes, even on his bad days, when he's a day late and a dollar short and just a little off, is still so much better than anybody else up on the field. He's 3 steps ahead. He just is. And unless you're way ahead, you're not going to beat him.
I wonder how much credit we should give Andy Reid on this, because this is clearly not a very good team that is, I mean, they've lost 1 game.
Well, they're a very good team.
What are they good at?
What are you talking? They get everybody's best. I mean, when you see Kansas City, you start thinking about the Chiefs 2 weeks before you play them. You got Mahomes. You've got the GOAT and everything that goes along with it, whether it's Kelsey and the Swifties and the Super Bowl and all that. They're taking everybody's best, and they still beat you. Even when they don't look at their best, they're overcoming the best you got.
Yeah.
And that is just frightening to me, because at some point, when they don't get somebody's very best and they're at their best, they're going to uncork one on somebody. But their defense won't allow them to do that yet.
It feels to me like the Chiefs are a cockroach and you're wearing pointy-toe boots, and it's running along the wall, and you keep trying to kick it and you keep missing, and it's going to take getting them into the corner to get the kill.
It's going to take a perfect storm. It's going to take the mistakes from the Chiefs that they don't make, and you playing the best game you've ever played. And if that happens, they'll lose.
Yeah.
But no one's been able to find that combination, whatever that is, so far. Because you're right, the Chiefs' defense is really good. It ain't great. The offense is Pat Mahomes and how he goes. There's nothing I could say. What do the Chiefs do? What's the thing about the Chiefs? It's Pat Mahomes. That's the thing. Whatever that thing is that day is their thing. But there's no guided motto. They're not like Pittsburgh, who's going to run the ball and dominate the line of scrimmage. They're not that. They're not a dink and dunk offense like Detroit. They're not going to be throwing little 10-yarders all day long. They could be. They are sometimes. But then there's also the downfield stuff that Mahomes just gets. So I don't know how you plan for him. I don't know how you beat him.
Well, the Chiefs have won 2 games this year by double digits. 2. I usually when you're playing close games, like I look at the Lions and what they're doing, and I go, all right, yeah. I mean, it's kind of undeniable at some point. The Bills just go on, like the Bills pretty much week in and week out just go and run roughshod on people. Like this team, I don't know how their last. This is their last handful of games. 2-point win against the Chargers, 2-point win against the Raiders, 3-point win against the Panthers, 9-point loss at Buffalo, 2-point win against the Broncos, 6-point win against the Bucks.
Bucks won again. They're going to win their division. But I'm just saying, you're discounting what are good wins. You're talking about winning teams. These aren't bad football teams. These are
Raiders, the Panthers.
Well, the Panthers are. Look at what they did yesterday. This team is better than about, I'd say, 8 other teams right now.
The Bucks. Then what you're doing right now isn't fair. You can't say the Chiefs are good because they keep winning.
Yes.
And then the Panthers are good because they look good while they're losing. Because the Chiefs look like ass while they're winning all these games.
Because they're taking everybody's best shot. I'm going to give them credit. I'm not going to subtract for wins. I'm going to say they keep beating everybody. Everybody. Yeah. And no matter how the other teams come at them, whether they're going to run the ball, whether they're going to throw the ball, whether they're going to time possess, whether they're going to go to Josh Allen, whatever it is, they overcome. So I take it as they're weathering the best shots and still coming out on top, other than they're playing down to the level of their competition, which is probably about 30 to 40% of the equation. They're good enough to turn it on at the end because they're just better.
And with the Bills losing yesterday, they now have a 2-game lead over the Pack for home field advantage. I mean,
well, the good side of that Bills win was if there was any doubt about MVP, that's done.
Oh, my
gosh. If there was anybody who was on the fence about him or Lamar, that's
what. I mean, Josh Allen, the first player. It feels like this is the third or fourth time we've said the first player in NFL history. 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns in the same game.
Now, AJ,
and they lost.
But the numbers aren't going to lie. It's entirely possible that Saquon breaks Dickerson's record.
I don't think it'll matter now.
See, that's the one thing I go, I don't know how I don't vote for Saquon if he breaks the all-time, Dickerson's ninth, he breaks it, and I vote him second?
It's the same argument people had when I was talking about Derrick Henry maybe winning the MVP. I don't know if Derrick Henry's the most valuable player on his team. I don't know. I don't think Saquon Barkley's the most valuable player on his team.
You're right as far as how you define the award. Is it the best player or the most valuable player?
And it's essentially a quarterback award now.
It is, but we're talking about the all-time. Now, granted, we got another game, and that would be kind of a discount, but the all-time rushing record broken, one that hasn't been touched in 40 years, and that's not MVP worthy. It'd be, and you'd be right in voting for Josh Allen. He is the most valuable player in the league.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see, but
I don't know how I could vote against Saquon if he breaks the record.
I also don't know how you could watch the last 2 weeks of Josh Allen and think anybody else.
But we're talking about a 40-year record that you looked at and said, "There's no way this is going to be broken anytime soon."
You know what? If he broke it in 16 games,
see, that's the one thing you go. But
I mean, he'll break it. But is that?
They said that about it when it happened, when he broke it.
Yeah.
They go, well, yeah, you didn't do it in 14, you did it in 16,
and he'll be the record holder. But like I said, when Eric Dickerson did that, he didn't win the MVP because Dan Marino happened.
And I think we look back and regret. We look back, man, maybe we should have given him that award. He didn't win it. That's right, Dan Marino did.
Well, and if you look at Dan Marino's stats from that year, you go, yeah, I guess so.
And Allen is worth. Anybody who watched Josh Allen in the last 2 weeks knows he's by far.
There's not a discussion to be had in my mind anymore.
It's still the most valuable player not named Pat. It really is. Pat Mahomes is the best player in the world.
He is.
Down, sideways, it doesn't matter.
And he is, but only for the reason that even when he's not good, he finds a way to win games. And winning games is the most important thing, and he's the best at it.
You just define the Chiefs.
It's very much like what we're seeing, this version of the Chiefs is a lot like the early Brady version of the Patriots, where it's like, man, how are they this good? They shouldn't be this good, but they are. That's what it feels like to me.
When Xavier Worthy snags a ball out of the air, when you go, that's a ball 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, you wouldn't have caught. Then you go, man, it's ordained. They just
it is
that good.
I don't know how they do it, but they do it because they shouldn't be as good as they are. They're just that good.
Here we go.
The offense isn't good. That is not a good offense. There's no way you can parse it into being a good offense. It didn't work against the Raiders. It didn't work against the Panthers. These are the teams you should be running up scores on. They just don't. But they keep winning games. The Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites in Cleveland next week.
Well, judging by what I saw in Cleveland, that's not a bad number. Cleveland, that was not a stellar performance at all.
It was not. And just when they were going to go down and cover, muffed punt by Kadarius Toney, which is about the most Browns thing that you could have hoped for.
That was a sad experience.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I keep betting on the Browns to cover.
You have to watch the anybody out there who has HBO Max and you have not watched the latest iteration of Hard Knocks that they're following the AFC North, just extraordinary TV. It was as good a Hard Knocks episode as I've ever seen. I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Yeah, I need to get into it. Second episode's coming on tomorrow. I need to catch up. How many episodes are there going to be? 4?
I don't know. I thought that we were going to start we had 8 weeks of stuff that we were going to jump into, and it was going to start way back in time. No, we started last week. They started as they were getting into division. There was no
season,
a month and a half ago. No, this is what's going on right now.
Speaking of, what do you think the line for the Cowboys-Panthers is?
Oh, man.
Cowboys at Carolina next week.
I'd say Cowboys 2.5.
Panthers -1.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that line will change after tonight. Bart Simpson is going to come through tonight.
You think Bart's going to win? No, Bart's coaching the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You remember there's an episode where like Homer finds this thing that's supposed to tell him the future, and it's like, who's going to win the Super Bowl? And it goes, and he said, "No, Cincinnati."
So maybe it will go to 3 the other way tonight.
No, Cincinnati, no.
I wonder if McCarthy's gone and checked on the fact that he's going to be cartoon McCarthy.
I don't know.
You shocked him. He had no idea.
I wonder if he's telling the truth about that. Like, I know when you're a head coach, you have to pretend, and I get it. You're under a lot of stress. But to act like nothing else happens in the world is fascinating to me. I know these coaches work a lot longer hours than we do, but somewhere along the way, you had to hear your players or someone. Or, like, I would imagine even production came and was like, hey, we're going to do this.
We might need you on a green screen to prepare for this. Those little things that you do for
he's just got to be like, oh, I hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go on.
Oh, do they broadcast Monday Night Football? I didn't know if it was going to be on TV. He's always like, what? You knew that, Coach.
I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think he knew. I think that what he found out yesterday when Troy and Joe Buck flew in and they do their production meetings and they talked about it. I bet he found out in depth yesterday what was about to happen, but I'll bet he didn't know. He acted. I don't think that was fake.
I wonder if Kent Brockman's going to be on the call.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk about what else happened in this week's NFL and look forward to the game to wrap up Week 14. We'll do that also in this hour. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
Hey, 'tis the season to stress your scale. Yeah, it's tough to be on a weight loss program right in the middle of the holidays. Those tamales, they don't lessen the calories when December rolls around. It's the same thing, and it's just hard to get through it. For those of us that are on a weight loss program we can live with, we'll get through this. We might add a pound or two, but when you've gone to Dr. Torres and the Institute for Functional Health, you've learned over time that there's some things you can do and not do and still kind of get through a healthy lifestyle. Yeah, we're all going to add a few pounds over the holidays. It's hard not to eat a piece of pie here and there. And celebrate. Just everything in moderation. You know, when I first went to Dr. Torres, I didn't understand that. There was no moderation in anything. If I liked it, I ate it. Well, that's how I ended up going to him in the first place. I didn't like what I saw in the mirror. I didn't like the way I felt anymore. If that's you, if you don't like looking in the mirror and you don't like waking up with all the things that go along with being overweight, the dry mouth, the lack of sleep, the sore joints, the brain fog, and I'm just beginning the day, it's time to call Dr. Torres even now. You don't need to put it off till the new year. You can resolve that new year right now and start the process immediately because it doesn't take much to start losing weight. And once you start seeing that belt get a little bit bigger, it gets a whole lot easier to follow the process. If it's time to lose weight, I want you to call this number, 210-468-1891. Resolve that 2025 will be your healthiest year yet. And if you do that, the weight will fall. Dr. Torres will take care of the rest. All you need is attitude and a little bit of want to. And before you know it, you're going to lose some weight. Change your life. Call the Institute for Functional Health. Get to know Dr. Jacob Torres. And before you know it, I'm sure you'll be coming by thanking me later.
Change is exciting, like moving into a new house or to a new city. Everything is new and different. Well, everything is also new and exciting with the all-new, reimagined Nissan Kicks. From the design and styling to the performance and tech features, Kicks has been totally reimagined from the inside out. This city-size crossover is ready to take on city life and have fun doing it. Head to NissanUSA.com to see it today.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. The holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This weekend only, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait, this is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays. Plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
Oh, Christmas leeks, You make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quarter Moon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quarter Moon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Jason Minix here from the Blitz for Underdog Fantasy, the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports. And I love playing the pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy, where you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats. Think basketball, think football. You can mix, you can match across your other favorite sports and leagues and win money watching sports. And this season, Underdog will be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like Profit Boost. Pump up your winnings in just a tap when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts, you'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at the win. And they're basically a sure thing with their free picks. A player just has to get higher than 0.5 for that stat pick to win. All new users get a free pick. So download the app, sign up with promo code STAR and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Promo code STAR. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
The debate on the Brigade Bar. Would you rather have Josh Allen or Joe Burrow?
There's no debate. It's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
There's no debate.
The debate to me is that Joe Burrow has found a way to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Oh, well, that wasn't the question. You didn't ask me who am I going to get to beat Mahomes.
Well, I mean, isn't that the whole goal of the NFL at this point?
No, but
I know that's Buffalo's only goal.
Yeah. No, Josh Allen's a better quarterback. And I'm talking about A1 and 1A. I mean, we're talking about we're splitting hairs of greatness, but the mobility that Josh Allen offers is the separator, the size that he offers.
I also think the fact that Joe Burrow's been almost constantly, if not like hurt where he's out, hurt where he's limited or what, like he's just not. He's not built for the NFL the way that Josh Allen is physically.
But on the other side of that, wait till you watch Hard Knocks and you listen to the other coaches talk about Joe Burrow. They talk about him like he's Jesus Christ.
I've come around on this dude. Like I said, maybe my worst take in the history of radio was when I said LSU could win a national title if they had a quarterback the year that Joe Burrow set every record in the world.
The respect that other players have for him.
Oh, he's so good.
It's obvious. And I've always interested when I hear other players talk about players behind the scenes. Because there's some that have no respect, that they're like all products of environment and TV. And then there's other players that when you hear, everyday NFL types talk about it's in hushed tones like that dude is legit.
He's the dude.
And Josh Allen gets those. That dude's legit, like frighteningly legit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to watch that Hard Knocks. I got to catch up on that.
Burrow, man, he can throw darts. I can't. The throws I saw Josh Allen make last night were there was two of them that were just as good a throw as you're ever going to see from anybody at any point. Just on time, on target brilliance that I love this time of the year when everybody's playing well. And,
It is, man.
And
People
he is dialed in right now.
Everybody except the Bills defense. They decided not to play well.
Maybe we give more credit to the Rams.
And the Jets. The Jets continue to fail miserably. Oh, what a fun way to watch them lose, too. They had a big lead. They look like they're just dominating, and then, no, friends, you guys, you blow it. Let's take a look at what else happened in the NFL. We'll start with that Dolphins-Jets game. Overtime win for the Dolphins.
No.
Aaron Rodgers, credit where it's due. 339 passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
The first 300-yard game he's had in like his last, I don't know, I think it was 30 or 40 games.
It'll be the last one of his career.
It probably will be.
It will be.
But the Dolphins drive down the field in overtime. And
what do you think the Dolphins would be if Tua hadn't dealt with the injuries? Would they be in this?
Yeah, they'd probably be a playoff team.
I'm talking about more than that. Do you
Like,
think that
and it
offense, if they'd gone whatever, I saw where Kareem got his first 100-yard game since week one.
They're limited because they gave up 26 points and 330 yards to the Jets.
That defense is not going to be it.
It's not good enough.
But that offense, I just feel like if they'd have been playing all year long and stayed healthy, is capable of 50 a game.
Yeah, it's just like last year. But then,
as long as they don't play in cold weather, stay in domes
Exactly.
in the South, they're all right. But that offense the Miami team in general, you're going to look back, at least Dolphin fan, and go, what should have been if that had just been
They've now won 4 of their last 5, and the playoffs aren't out of the question for this team still.
You're right, but they shouldn't have. A good team wouldn't have had trouble with the Jets. But what could have been if they'd have, been finally focused and stayed healthy and were capable of doing what they did yesterday on a regular basis, and they might be now, but they lost so much ground, and that defense is so atrocious.
Their last 4 at Texans, home Niners, at Browns, at Jets. At Browns, at Jets, playing in the cold.
That team, they're so electric. I mean, they can score at any moment. It's kind of like watching Texas play football, and you just feel like at any second this could be a touchdown. And there are not a whole lot of teams out there that you feel like legitimately they're a quick strike threat every down.
Buccaneers, Raiders. Bucs get a 28-13 win. It was a close game until the injury to Aiden O'Connell. I don't know what
He's done. Baby.
Yeah, he's done. It did not look good.
Hey, congrats to Sincere McCormick. Got some carries.
Played
well.
Got a touchdown. That was fun. Seahawks. The final score was not indicative of the ass whooping the Seahawks put on the Cardinals, 30-18.
Without K9 too, without their stud running back.
Yeah, Charbonnet lit him up. He had 134 yards and 2 trips to the end zone.
I don't think the Cardinals were ready for that.
They were not. The game of the week saw Mac Jones get a 10-6 win over the Mayo King himself, Will Levis.
Despite best efforts.
Will
did everything he could. That's not on him. He's Josh Allen on this one.
No.
He toted the mail. He brought his A game. It was the other 21 dudes let him down. He did all he could, man. You can only be as much as the great Mayonnaise will allow him to be, and that's all he could do,
Well,
sometimes.
2 field goals, no touchdowns, obviously. His
guys keep dropping the ball.
His QBR for the day was 20.6.
What's wrong? See how his team is holding him back?
No, that's a QB stat.
Well, no, they're holding him back.
Oh, okay.
His guys aren't running the routes right.
You know who's much better than Will Levis?
No one.
And you know what? There was a time where we probably thought this guy was just as bad as Will Levis, and here he is now, Sam Darnold. 42-21, the Vikings ruined Kirk Cousins' homecoming. Sam Darnold, 5 touchdown passes, 347 yards passing. The Falcons suck.
I was going to say,
sucks.
Minnesota's good. They're not that good yesterday. Darnold is good. He ain't that good. So much as this is Atlanta yet again. Yet again, Atlanta is Atlanta. Cousins is done. That goose is cooked.
Yeah.
He's going to be a quarterback someplace else next year. I don't know how they're going to extricate themselves from this massive contract.
They need to start looking at Michael Penix today.
I think he starts next week. Why on earth are you waiting for – you're done. Atlanta's over.
Yeah.
this is all about,
they're not because of that division.
See, that's the thing. But you're done. You don't know.
You
it,
ain't
so
winning. Whoever wins the NFC South is dead in the water anyway. But
don't plan on anything. Best case, go to the playoffs with Penix. You're not going to be worse with Penix. You're not. What are you waiting on?
The New Orleans Saints remain in the playoff chase, getting a really impressive 14-11 win over the New York Football Giants. What a awful display of football. Giants field goal blocked at the buzzer to send it to overtime.
You think that was on purpose?
I don't
think
know.
Somebody took a dive in the 6th?
Yeah.
I need you to go down, man. We can't win this game.
We almost
Tell the
won.
left guard to stumble, baby. You can't.
Man, that's an
We can't let the Giants win this.
The Eagles 22, Panthers 16. Ooh.
Saquon is the separate.
Played with fire. Bryce Young decent yesterday, and gave the Panthers a good chance to win. They had a lead in the fourth quarter, could not hold on to it. There was a guy who had $3 million on the Eagles money line, and to win $600,000. He had to be sick in that fourth quarter. I mean, congrats, you made $600K, but oh my God, that's a hard way to do it, man.
Oh, man.
I'd had to turn the game off.
That is a hard way to do it.
Call me when it's over, man. I can't watch
I'd
this.
be throwing up the whole time.
Oh.
There's no way.
What does that tell you about the Eagles?
Sleepy spot.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
I get the sense they went into it like, this is a week we're going to let Saquon do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they were. No,
I'm not upset with them. I didn't
think they have their game face on.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of how I felt about Buffalo at the Rams. It's like I kind of expected it. Browns at the Steelers. Steelers 27-14 winners. No pick sixes for Jameis.
Deliveredeth from evil.
Yeah.
Yea, though he walked through the valley of the interception pick six.
But he still did throw 2 interceptions. They just didn't
sucks
take it back.
Balls, man. Jameis is just an act. He is such an act. He's an act.
Yeah. I mean, but
there's a little alien.
But you know what he is? He's better than Deshaun Watson.
Well,
so am I.
Well, yeah.
I have 2 working Achilles tendons.
That's true. Rams 44, Bills 42, the highest scoring game in the NFL this season. We've talked about that quite a bit.
Game was 5 hours long.
Oh, Josh Allen, what a show in defeat. Puka Nacua, what a show on the other side. My goodness.
That guy plays possum. You know guys that are always acting hurt. Nakua's hurt every play. He's out grimacing in pain. I don't trust that cat.
There's a catch he made on the sideline yesterday.
He stuck those toes down, and then
I was like, "There's no way that's in," and then it was.
And wasn't it like just 3 plays before he's on the sidelines grabbing his calf and crying, playing possum?
12 receptions yesterday, 162 yards. The Bears, what? 49ers 38, Bears 13.
It was the coach, man.
There was a point where the total offense in that game was 329-4. The Bears had put up 4 yards of offense, and that was like, it was almost halftime.
How bad are you when Eberflus, you miss him?
Oh, my God.
When the offense went south when Eberflus left.
And that was and then the 49ers, every time you think the 49ers are just dead and you can write them off, they go and do something like this.
They got to play the Bears.
Yeah, but they made the Bears look like the Bears, which the 49ers haven't been doing this year.
Even the Jets had a bounce-back game after Salah.
That was pathetic. That was pathetic.
They're going to keep Poles, right? They've already said Ryan Poles gets to keep his job.
As far as I know.
Man alive, the Bears problem goes to the secretaries. I'd fire everybody in the building's got to go. No one gets to stay. I'm sorry. Lovely parting gifts. Most of it's not your fault, lunch lady, but nobody can stay. There's something in the water here. We got to get everybody out the building.
What a mess. It's wild to think that there were people who thought the Bears were going to win this division.
Well, just a cursed franchise right now.
The Bears win the division. Stop it, guys. Stop it.
Turn the 49ers and their backup slaps into playoff.
All right. On the other side, we'll take a look at this Cowboys-Bengals game tonight. Maybe even look beyond the Simpsons factor. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute starting to fill in now. 151 eastbound, west over hills to 410. That's slowing down. It's almost a 30-minute ride on Highway 90 eastbound 211 to Loop 410. On 35 southbound, FM 1103 on down to Tupperwine, 6-8 minutes. Still have that stall at 35 southbound, Ben Zengelman, left lane blocked. A stall at 410 southbound at I-10, now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Jason Minix here. Do you know your testosterone levels start to decline in our 30s? If you're feeling a loss of energy and drive, it could be low T. The answer is simple. Get checked at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Don't put it off. Not all TRT is the same. At Synergenics, you'll get a personally optimized TRT treatment from providers who specialize in testosterone therapy, and you can be evaluated for treatment with GLP-1 weight loss medication. Book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com. SYNERGENX health.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AIRPORT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's, and that means limited time savings on the paint pros need. Right now, save $15 on 5-gallon pails of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams All-Purpose Power Primer. Plus, get it delivered to your job site with free same-day delivery when you order by 2 p.m. Visit us in-store or online today, because Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 12/20. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowes.com/same-day delivery for details.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Jason Minix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now, sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first.
on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first, sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up Monday on The Blitz, we'll be live at the Roof Up 281 and Redland Road as we get ready for the Cowboys-Bengals on Monday Night Football. Plus, we'll look back at all the NFL action from Sunday and those conference championship games. The Bulls are set. We're talking about it on The Blitz, live at the Roof Hub, starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah! I ain't asking for much. I said, Lord, take me downtown. I'm just looking for some touch.
Good music, man.
Burner now.
Music of my youth.
Dallas, Texas. Hollywood.
See, just a few weeks ago, we couldn't even listen to this.
I know. Look at us now. We're very fancy.
If you're on the feed.
Well, they can tell what's playing because I'm doing a perfect impersonation.
It's far better on the other side. But we're glad you're where you are. By the way, we surpassed a bit of a milestone over the weekend.
Yeah, look at us.
We appreciate everybody who's liked and shared and appreciated. If you haven't liked us, followed us on all the socials, go do that now, SA Sports Star. And while you're there, you can like AJ is the Real, Rob Thompson, ESPN. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We topped 5K over the weekend. The little things that
we've
matter.
Become very, very famous.
Very famous.
Very famous.
Big time people. We're just
very famous.
We're influencers. Yeah.
That's right. Like Sophie Rain.
Who'd have thought? The things I had to do
with just a few less million. Yeah, Juan Soto. Like that's why he had to get so much money. He's like,
well, that's part of his deal is he's going to have an OnlyFans.
Juan Soto makes less money than Sophie Rain. Like I guess she makes a little more annually now.
Yeah, Sophie Rain's still the highest paid athlete in the country.
Yeah, strong work. Strong work. Well,
little brief snippets, 5 minutes at a time,
and she never misses squats day.
No, good legs.
Stems.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah. Nice stems. The Dallas Cowboys. The game of the year tonight, Rob.
It kind of is.
It's all on the line.
It kind of is. In a roundabout, weird way, it's a playoff game for both teams.
You're right. But
a loss, it'll officially be over. And a one more win for either, you're saying there's a chance. So it's much as
so gross.
If you're surviving advance, man, this is playoffs.
It is so gross, but that is the case. The Cowboys, as disastrous as this season's been, they're at 5-7. It's there's a lot worse teams than that.
We've always relied on the kindness of strangers, and as long as the Giants continue to suck,
and with the it feels like with the exception of the game at Philly, all of their other games are winnable. So if you say, let's just say they somehow go 4-1, that puts them at 9-8. I don't know if I'm maybe
AJ. That's worst case scenario. That is literally the worst thing that could happen to the Cowboys.
What, get to the playoffs with Cooper Rush?
9-8. Yes, it's the worst thing that could happen.
No, you're right.
It's the worst. The worst thing that could happen to the franchise long term is the best thing that could happen short term.
No, I think you're right.
Is that to go 4-1.
I think you're right. And the Bengals, obviously, they are. I'm so sick of saying, "Oh, the Bengals are going to turn it on any minute now." They suck too.
Well,
they've got Joe Burrow, so they make you feel like they're good.
Offensively, they have turned it on.
Yeah.
I mean, they're clicking on the offensive side of the ball. At least he and Chase are.
Yeah, they're one of these teams that because they're good enough at scoring, it can. It's like Miami. Sometimes it can trick you into thinking that they're good, but they're just not good.
But I think the Bengals are on the other side of the coin. They need to go 4-1. There's no benefit to them losing. There's no long-term, maybe a better draft pick away from, surviving this. This is a coach that's coaching for his very life and a team that sees a window closing.
Yeah, and they are, making the AFC playoffs at this point is
fool's gold. It ain't going to happen.
So there looks like, there's 3 teams right now. The 3 wild cards as of today: 8-5 Baltimore, 8-5 Chargers, 8-5 Broncos,
and legitimately so. The Bengals are far from those guys.
You still have the Dolphins and the Dolphins and who's the other team? Oh, the Colts are 6-7, and the Bengals are sitting at 4-8. Could be 5-8 and would technically not be eliminated if they win, but they ain't going anywhere. Now, I will say this, and I talk about this stat a lot. Like when there are teams that have the great record, and you say, well, look at their point differential. They
right.
The Bengals are 4-8. They have a -5 point differential.
Well, we've seen how they've lost.
They should be a 6-6, 7-6 team.
We've seen how they've lost, and hard luck for sure, but there's been a lot of teams that have been hard luck, and they've just been forgotten. So they need to at least chase 500. They got to chase it.
Yeah, we say you're right. The coach is coaching for his job, but they need help on They need help on defense. They need help on the offensive line. Like having a better draft pick isn't going to be the worst thing for this team.
A better draft pick is fine. They don't have time to wait. They've got to go the free agent market. They have to address very specific needs. They got to have, when the season is done, they're going to have to look at 3 positions. And one of the things about watching Hard Knocks is they showed a clip of the Bengals last year taking on the Steelers. And left tackle was getting roasted by T.J. Watt all day long. This is last year. So they went out and got Zeus. They got Big Orlando Brown or whatever his name is. He comes in to take that spot because they had a very specific need that had to be filled. And that's what the Bengals are going to have to do this year. They don't have time to wait for a 4th-round draft pick to figure it out. They got to spend some money and get a vet to plug in. I don't know where, but I bet there's 3 positions that they've already pinpointed we've got to get good fast at, and that has nothing to do with draft order.
Bengals are 5.5-point favorites tonight. The total's 49.5.
I think that's a fair number. I do.
The Bengals in the last 5 games, Bengals games, have averaged 66.2 points per game. Like, the Bengals or the Cowboys are not good on defense.
No, there's going to be a lot of points scored. That's why I think that's a fair number.
Well, it feels like maybe a low number.
Oh, no, bet the over. There's going to be a lot of points scored tonight.
The problem is, on the other side, Cooper Rush, in the 10 games that he started in his life, only one of them has gone higher than 47 points.
Well, I think this is going to be I think they're going to run the ball a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of ground game, and for 2 reasons. One, they want to keep Burrow off the field, but I think they're going to be able to move the ball on the ground. I think they're going to chase another 120-yard Rico Dowdle game and get some points out of it. I think there's 28 points in that Cowboys offense tonight.
If the Cowboys want to win, and I don't know if they want to win or not. I assume they do.
You play to win the game.
You're not going to – you talk about – and McCarthy talks about this pretty much after every disastrous week when he comes on our show. He says, we were never in a balance. We were never in a script to be balanced. We were never in a position to run the ball. You can't run and keep up with the Bengals. It's just not possible.
I think for 3 quarters, I'm going to run the ball, and I'm going to keep my offense on the field as long as possible. And if I have to uncork something late, I will. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not better off throwing and trying to fast break with the Bengals. In my mind, I'd rather keep it close and be down in the 4th quarter than try to wing it with them and have Cooper Rush throw the ball 40 times. I don't think that's a prescription ever for the Cowboys to win. Now, maybe. No, I just don't believe it. I think the only way the Cowboys win this game is to score 28 points and keep the ball 40 minutes. I mean, to me, that's the only way they can possibly have a chance and win the turnovers too.
I don't know. I think
I don't think they're going to win.
I don't think so either. I think the Bengals win by a touchdown. Feels like the right thing to me, but I've been fooled by this Bengals team in the past, and I think the way to attack this game, if you're betting it, is just to bet that the Bengals are going to score. Like, don't take the guesswork out of it. Just take a team total. How many points are the Bengals going to score? Don't worry how many they're going to give up, because they'll give up 1 million if you let them. But the Bengals offense is the one thing I trust in this game. Their team total's at 27.5. I have a hard time picturing a game where the Bengals don't score 28 points.
And the Cowboys do not play very well against good quarterbacks.
Well, this one's good.
Yeah.
And to be fair to the Bengals, as much as I've been, kind of crapping on them because they do suck. The teams that have beat them recently, it's like you're losing to playoff teams. They lost to the Steelers, Chargers, Ravens, Eagles, Ravens, Commanders, Chiefs, Patriots. That's their losses this year.
They made Kirk Cousins look good. Hurts got 34 on them. They couldn't even score a touchdown.
Oh, you're talking about the Cowboys now.
Yeah, I'm talking Cowboys here. Yeah, the Bengals, they've lost to good teams. The Bengals are playing in a tough division, and every week they're playing against another playoff caliber team. The Cowboys, on the other hand, good quarterbacks rip them a new one. I mean, if you're an accurate quarterback, you're going to destroy the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bengals tonight. I know it feels like a super square thing. I just don't see where the Cowboys, how they can keep up with this team.
Giants scored 20 points on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man.
And to their credit, the Bengals, the one good defensive game they had was against the Giants. They held the Giants to 7 points. Yeah. There's just not enough answers, and you're right. In my mind, the only way for the Cowboys they're going to end up having to throw it a bunch, and you're right. It's not the recipe to win.
That's not how they win with Cooper Rush, man.
But 15 minutes into the game, if you're down 14-0, what are you going to do?
You plug along and you keep running the football and act like you're a good football team. You stay with your plan, and that's the thing that has driven me crazy about McCarthy all year long. You're losing because you're out of balance. Well, get in balance and start running the ball. At some point you got to go, we're probably not going to win this game, but for future reference, we've got to decide we're running the football.
Okay,
and get better at it.
In defense of McCarthy, it's clear that this team was not built to run the football. Even when it's at its best, it's not built to run the football.
Why the hell do you keep talking to me about balance, Coach?
Because you have to say that when you get your ass kicked.
No, I think he believes that given the opportunity like last week, they will be able to run the football, but they're always behind. No, you're just not a very good offensive line, and you just have to decide, I'm going to invest in the first quarter for fourth quarter dividends. I'm just going to invest in what you said. I just want to finish some drives with a kick. You told me this. You said it openly. I want to finish drives with a kick, not winging it and going for it on fourth down. I just want to run the ball and punt it, and hopefully in time it will pay dividends like most running football teams. That in the fourth quarter, what was a 3rd and 1, a 3-yard carry in the first quarter, in the fourth quarter, you've done it so much that now it's a 6-yard gain, and they're on their heels, and suddenly that play action has value, and the safety has to dive in when you fake the throw, and then Cooper can throw it across the middle to CeeDee, but you can't do that unless you frighten that defense into thinking when he looks like he's going to hand it to Rico, he's gonna.
Yeah, I just don't know if. I don't know how long you can play that game.
Well, until you're down 21. But, the fact, like I keep saying, at this point, Coach, you're coaching for your job, but you're really not.
No, Jerry's going to decide one way or the other. Yeah.
It's whether you win or lose, it has nothing to do with this. But sometimes act like you're a good team, even if you're not, and sacrifice a possession or two, knowing at least I didn't turn it over, and we're playing the field position game. And maybe if we keep running that two position, that two techniques, going to get a little tired. And when it's 3rd and 8 in the fourth quarter, and I need one, I can get that from him. But we don't act like that because we act like we're a losing team.
Well, you are a losing team.
Sometimes you just act as if. I think a lot of this Kansas City is, hey,
are
we're
who
going
we
to
thought
act
they
like
were.
we're Super Bowl champions. Act like it. Go make a Super Bowl champion play.
Yeah. All right. Coming up in the next hour, well, of course, at 8:30, we're going to have losers. That's what we do.
Yeah, always.
We'll talk about the losers.
Hey, we'll have a winner today.
We will?
Coach Traylor.
That's right. We need to catch up on the Spurs, and I'm going to do something that the people say I never do.
The Pipples?
The Pipples. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pregame starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9047. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9047. That's 800-575-9047. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This weekend only, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait, this is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays. Plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card.
One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack. Perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness. With daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are still working a couple of trouble spots. I-10 eastbound at Callahan. That's a stall. Now off to the shoulder. Minor crash at Wetmore at Thousand Oaks. On the far west side of town on 90 eastbound, 211 to 410. That is now a 35-minute commute. Also filling in 35 southbound, FM 1103 on down to Tupperwine. And about a 15-minute ride, 281 southbound Stone Oak Parkway to Nakoma. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs returned to action last night, taking down the New Orleans Pelicans 121-116. Wemby came back after missing a game with a bad back with 25 points and 10 rebounds. In college football, Texas fell in overtime in the SEC championship game to Georgia. In the final college football playoff rankings came out as Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State with the byes. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 3 of the Morning Huddle, 94.1. I still got tears in my eyes. You ever see when you're rolling through your reels on Instagram, you ever come across one that makes you laugh so hard that you like literally have tears?
Found one.
Yeah. Found one today.
Good prank.
Love when that happens. I got to do something that people always say I don't do. And you know what?
Bathe?
Yes, finally. I'm planning on it. No, I got to give a shout out to Incarnate Word, who they won their tournament game, their playoff game, as they are a
They took down Villanova.
Yeah, they're an FCS team playing in the football championship series. I guess, do we have to change that now?
No,
we get out of bowls.
I think they probably had some kind of trademark where they got to continue to use it.
But they survive 13-6 win against Villanova. They put up 10 points, scored the last 10 points in the game to get the win. They were down in the fourth quarter 6-3, but they got the job done, and now they play. They have a rematch. And by the way, I looked at the stats of this game. I didn't watch this game. Who are we kidding? But they outgained Villanova 441 to 138.
It didn't show on the scoreboard.
No. But now they play at South Dakota State.
Are they the Jackrabbits?
They are the Jackrabbits, the Jack Bunnies. South Dakota State is the 3 seed. They've played once already this year. South Dakota State beat them by 21 points the first time, also up in South Dakota.
They're pacing themselves.
Maybe so. Maybe UIW was just playing. They're playing possum. Say, we'll see you in the playoffs.
I
bitch.
hope they have some cold weather gear.
Oh,
they've
it's
invested
be
in
so
some.
miserable there. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I feel bad for them.
Pull out your ski clothes.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, you know what? I'm always cheering for the locals. So good luck to them.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, you know me, Rob. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah, okay.
What? The hell's that mean?
I'm not disagreeing.
The hell's that mean?
I'm not disagreeing.
It feels like
I'm kind of saying we'll probably not talk about the Incarnate football team again.
I mean,
I'm being a realist. I'm not being a hater.
No, you know what? If they win,
I'll
talk about them on next Monday's show.
Precisely. This is going to be a tough one.
And if they lose, I'll say, see, this is why we don't talk about. No.
There's just going to be other stuff going on. We'll just
we'll brush it under the rug.
Maybe we'll just look forward to their basketball.
That's the good thing is when you fly under the radar like that. Like when if they lose by 100 this weekend, it's gonna be like, well,
life will go on.
It was a good season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Go have a good meal and everybody pat you on the back.
Speaking of the locals, the San Antonio Spurs, the return of Victor Wembanyama, got the Spurs back in the win column, back at 500. They are now on this little mini break.
Off till Friday for those of you unaware.
Yep. They're playing at Portland on Friday, but they get a 121-116 win over the Pelicans, breaking a 3-game losing streak, and quite frankly, a 3-game skid of just getting their ass kicked. They weren't competitive in any of those games, and the Kings game was the worst by far. Like the idea that they'll be fine without Wemby. No, friend, they were not fine without Wemby. But this game, you know, we talk about punching at your level. This is the games they're supposed to win. Well, they got the job done.
Yeah, a couple things. Wemby leaves 2 minutes in, lower back issues, then does his Willis Reed impression, comes back in and plays phenomenal.
Yes, put up 25.
Just looked as offensively threatening as he's been because he was a 3-level scorer last night. A lot of paint work. He had some nice moves around the rim, not just the alley-oops, but getting the ball with his back to the basket a couple of times. He hit appropriate threes, made good passes. The difference with him in and without is huge. Now, what I took away from last night was certainly they needed Wemby, and I think if they'd have won one of those other 2 games in the last week, he wouldn't have played last night. But I think they wanted to leave with a little bit of a good taste in their mouth and get a good win, a division win, West win as well. Mamu's done. If you think Mamu is going to play a valuable role in this, it will only happen if there's an injury to somebody else. There was no Zach Collins last night, and there was no Mamu. It was all Bassie.
Yeah.
So I think
Zach Collins got a fine, too, for flipping off the officials.
I'll help. Should we crowdsource for this? Should we go fund me on his fine for that?
I don't like him.
The bird was beautiful, man. It was appropriate, but that's not what we say around kids. But Bassie's taking that job, and he's about to take Collins' job. So I think we're seeing some shift there. On the other, can we praise Devin Vassell? Can we start? I think now
this is the game you want to do it.
Well, he didn't. Here's the thing with Devin: he's not playing back-to-backs yet. He's still kind of rounding into form. I don't know if he's a 6-man, a starter, whatever. But I think for a long time, Devin was overrated. Now I think he's being underrated. I think he's being undervalued around the league.
Okay.
For the defense and his scoring prowess right now, he's playing as good as any 6th-man in the NBA.
You know what? I thought he stunk last night.
Oh, it wasn't a great game, but what he did do in the fourth quarter was absolutely necessary for a win.
Yeah, and what I will say is, it's been nice when either him or Castle has a good offensive game, because I trust both of them on the defensive side.
Yes, and more than ever, his defense is getting better by the game. His offense came ready to go.
And if either one of them, if they ever have a good offensive game on the same day, it's going to be like, whoa, wow, this is awesome. But right now they're like taking turns being good on offense, and they're both playing solid defense, that works for me.
It mattered last night.
And it looks like Sohan's kind of finding his place again, particularly on the defensive end. You could tell he was missed over, on that end. I thought this was an important game for the Spurs to go get because
they needed
it. It was starting to feel like all the goodwill that they built up early with those wins. I was kind of like, wait a minute, now you're just getting your ass kicked every game. Like, you got to show me some life. I'm poking them with a stick. Like, hey, wake up.
The life is named Wemby.
Yeah,
I mean that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean what you're doing without him is irrelevant because
some love to Chris Paul, passing Jason Kidd on the all-time assist list, and he's about to pass him in steals. I think he's 30 steals away from passing Jason Kidd, second all-time in steals as well.
All right, congratulations.
Think he'll go into the Hall of Fame wearing a Spurs uniform?
I think not. I think he will not, unless he plays like 7 more years here.
Well, if he keeps doing this, I'll keep him.
And we'll keep him you know what? Maybe if he were to ever win a title, maybe
that would help if he would.
But no. He ain't doing
I mean, if he gets a title, he might want to wear this uniform.
Right, but
we'll have to get him but I do think some of this.
How many more years has he got? What year after this?
Probably a year at best.
I think so too.
Right now, when you go, I'd like to see Devin and Castle both have great offensive nights. I don't think that's possible. I think it's always going to be one or the other and somebody else.
Yeah.
I don't think those two can split points because they do the same things a lot of the time.
Well, they're not on the floor together all that often.
But that's it. So I don't know if it's possible for them both to do it. I guess it could happen on one of those nights where they're getting a lot of fast break points, but they don't spend time together. And when Devin's out there, he gets the ball a lot. When Steph's out there, he's kind of the third option. So
yeah.
It's going to be difficult, and that's a good thing, quite frankly. I'm not denigrating that. I just don't think that's the kind of way we're ever going to see them score unless they beat a team by 50 and everybody's running.
I'm looking at the all-time assist board. That's John Stockton number. No one's ever catching that.
It's stupid. Well, he got 1 for 2. I mean, 2 for 1. Every assist he got to Malone, they gave him 2. It felt like you'd close a game back in the '80s and he'd have like 17 assists. Where? I'd like to rewind every assist that was given to him in Utah and really count them as they were supposed to be. I bet he'd lose 1,000 assists.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me the top 5 active assist guys behind Chris Paul.
Oh, active. Oh gosh. Man, I'm having trouble even beginning. That would have been in the league for 10, 12 years. They're up in the thousands of assists.
The next guy is number 4 on the all-time list behind John Stockton, Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, ahead of Steve Nash. That guy's active.
Steph's there.
Not in the top 5.
Not even in the top 5.
No.
Active in assists right now. You're going to have to give me some help. I'm brain locking. Jimmy Butler?
Nope.
No?
LeBron James.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
He's number 4 on the all-time list. Russell Westbrook is number 9 on the all-time list.
That's a volume thing. Okay.
James Harden is number 14 on the all-time list. Kyle Lowry is 20. And Mike Conley is 30.
There you go.
So there you go.
Those are all the old heads. That's them.
LeBron James, 11,219. If he plays 2 more years, he might pass Chris Paul. Which would be pretty wild.
And reinforce the argument yet again.
Yeah. I don't know how he keeps doing it. It's like when you watch LeBron play and you watch Chris Paul play, you go like, how is this even? It shouldn't be. But LeBron did finally have to miss a game this weekend. Couldn't do he tried to do all 82, just couldn't. I don't know why that was the plan.
It's funny how when you lose 3 straight, suddenly, I'll take the night off.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the problem.
It could be. But there you go. Again, we won't have much, at least won't have any Spurs NBA conversation for a while. I guess what happens now, the the big tournament games?
The tourney tomorrow night, and I think they'll be finishing it up this weekend. They're going to Vegas this weekend, right?
I think so. I'm going to be talking about it tomorrow.
Oh, all over it.
You're taking the day off tomorrow, so all of tomorrow's show is going to be previewing the Emirates Cup.
I think it's a good idea.
Deep dives.
I noticed last night watching the game, and this wasn't the Emirates Cup uniform. This was the City Edition uniform. That I have one TV in my house where that uniform came across as white. I thought it was white. Then I walked into another TV, and it was that really light blue. Did you notice that?
What your new?
What color did you think the uniform? The new TV had the light blue, had the appropriate color. But I was watching it on another one, and
sounds like you need another TV.
But yeah, I'm glad I had two TVs. I was just curious: was I the only one that uniform looked? No, that's why I knew there was another one that had light blue. But on my first screen, I thought it was white, and I thought, oh, they have 3 versions of this uniform. But it's white.
I also saw the Cavs City uniforms, the baby blue ones.
Yeah, I don't understand the derivation. I like them.
I like them a lot. Yeah, they looked awesome.
I think this year's, all in all, they did a pretty good job of updating the city unis, and the Emirates Cup unis. They're okay. I think they've done a decent job with their kit.
Yeah. I don't know what you would call that blue that the Spurs wear. It's
almost
like,
white is what I would call it.
It is like a very pale blue. It's not baby blue. It's not. I guess maybe it's a sky blue kind of.
It is as light a blue as you can use without it being white.
Yeah, but it was certainly blue.
It looked good. Again, they played up to the value of the worthiness of their uniform.
There you go. All right. When we come back, take one look at some of the bowl games that have been announced. See if there's any interest in any of these games outside of the playoffs. And then at 8:30, we'll do losers. 9 o'clock, we're going to hear from head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, Jeff Traylor. He's going to join the show. We'll do some non-sports. We'll do some lines. A lot to do. It's Morning Huddle, 94.1.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
And I love how ABC put up the words to the Aggie fight song. I love that because some of that stuff I didn't know. I said, oh, really?
You lived here your whole life. You didn't know that the Aggie song is all about Texas?
No. I know it's all about Texas, but I'm just saying, part of it, then you're like, yeah. So like any other song, right?
Yeah.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? Because I guarantee you, she does. I'm Gary Barton with Barton & Associates. If you're considering divorce, then contact Barton & Associates today at texasdivorce.com. That's texasdivorce.com.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit IFFhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Kinetico water softener, but getting all those Kinetico units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Kinetico wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Kinetico. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months, and $400 when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Kinetico.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AIRPORT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over, and if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So, no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
Only at Lowe's. MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Restrictions apply. See Pro Desk for details. MVP's Pro Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I did talk about Incarnate Word, but I do want to slow your rolls here. Like Vince saying Incarnate Word could beat UTSA. Yeah, no, they couldn't. I mean, I guess they could. Crazier things have happened in the world of sports, but
they wouldn't be favored.
No, they. I think that's an understatement, Rob. That they wouldn't be favored. No, but
I would like it to happen at some point. I'd like to see Incarnate Word and grow in stature to the point where it's worthy, but right now, no.
But it's cool that they're doing what they're doing, man.
Excellently, yes.
So
excel in your role.
That's it. That's what we're hoping for. And hopefully they get the job done up there in South Dakota. God bless them. UTSA, they're going out to Carolina.
This is one of those where you could go to – they could have accepted, I'm sure, a bid up there in Dallas in one of the 8 bowls going on in Fort Worth or Frisco. And it would have been a business trip. You know, take the bus up there. We're going to get some practicing in. We're going to bring in a couple of recruits, some sophomore for some soft visits. We're going to put on a clinic or two around, have some high school coaches in, and try to reap the benefits of playing a bowl game in your home state. Or – you can reward yourself for a good, hard-earned bowl game and go to South Carolina and have some fun. Go eat some low-country shrimp and grits and eating contests and go have some fun in Myrtle Beach. Get a couple weeks of practice and let's regroup and come back again next year. You earned it. Go do it.
Well, there you go. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I feel like this is it's a fun trip. It's I'm always if I were UTSA, I would want to play against a power conference opponent
Yeah, but you know.
But
it's been a hard year, man. I've seen enough losses.
You finished 6-6.
Just let's go have some fun. Let's use this 2 weeks of practice to improve ourselves for next year, and go and get a well-earned 4-day vacay, man. Eat some good food. Let them show you a good time. Play a good football game that no one will remember unless they were there, and come back and get ready for next year.
I think UTSA should be able to win this bowl game. Coastal's going to be playing without Ethan Vasco, their quarterback, who entered the transfer portal last week. And I suspect that Owen McCown will be on the field for Jeff Traylor's boys.
I would assume so.
So, I like UTSA. Yeah. They're playing strong down the stretch. You know, their only loss in their last 4 was to Army, which turns out there ain't no shame in losing.
None
Army.
at all.
They're really good at football.
And they fought them hard at their game. They ran the ball against a running team. You don't normally get to do that. So no, they did a pretty decent job and closed out strong. Coach will be here in about 45 minutes to talk about it.
And we will talk to Coach about that. So, UTSA headed to Conway, South Carolina. I don't know much about Conway, South Carolina.
It's Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Yeah. Where's Coastal Carolina? Is this like a home game for them?
Pretty close. It feels like it. Feels like they get to host a bowl game. Yeah, that's fine.
Suspicious.
Again, I don't care. The game itself is by far the last thing that I'm worried about here. Go, like I said, practice hard. Let's use the practice to its best. Get ready for spring training. Stay healthy and go have some fun.
Yeah.
What bowl games we're supposed to be.
Yep. And boy, these guys are convinced that Incarnate Word could beat UTSA.
Now,
listen, man,
settle down.
It's good for what they're. It's like 2A football against 6A football.
They're good.
There's just levels to it, and even I shouldn't even say 2A to 6A. It's probably like 1A to a 3A, because in the 3A, like a UTSA going to play against a team like Georgia would be a 3A to a 6A.
Keep in mind, just 3 years ago, Cam Ward was slinging it for Incarnate Word. It's not that there's no talent. There's just not 22 Cam Wards on that team. There's one.
And it's mostly when it comes as you level up, the things that change the most when you level up are the guys on the offensive and defensive lines.
Size and speed.
Because those guys, there's only a handful of dudes who weigh 330 pounds and still run like a sub 540.
Yeah.
And those guys go to SEC schools in the Big Ten. And then you get the guys who are still 310 but aren't as nimble. Those guys go to the other to SMU. They're going to to UCLA, those kind of places. And then you get down to the lower levels, and you're talking about 270-pound offensive linemen that when you put them up against a 320-pound defensive tackle, there's problems. But that's the biggest difference as you level up through football is the size on the line. Everybody's got good receivers. Most teams will have a good quarterback, at least solid quarterback. But there's just not enough of those big bodies to go around for all the teams. Other bowl games of note.
Las Vegas Bowl.
What do you think of this? The Aggies and USC in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Now, a little bit different, but about the same. This season's done. You exceeded expectations. There's more work to be done, obviously. There's some guys that are going to need to be worked out in these practices. I'd like to see something a little different against USC, but this, again, is going to be a game nobody remembers.
It's a good reward trip.
Well, kind of. I
feel
Vegas,
like it is.
Yeah, it's a good for what A&M did, yeah. I like the opponent, and it's not the Shreveport. Thank God it's not one of those stupid bowls that normally when the Aggies go south, they do their very best. Well, let's capitalize on recruiting. So let's play in Houston or Shreveport or Memphis and use it as a recruiting tool. No, you're a national brand. Go play in Vegas and retool and come back. So, yeah, I think this is as much for the fans sticking with them. I mean, if you're an Aggie fan, you go, well, I'm going to go to the bowl game. Thank God I'm not having to go to Shreveport. But now I can at least go to Vegas, fly in and get out and, have a nice little getaway. This is as much for – and as Aggie fan as – the Roadrunner fan gets a weekend in Myrtle Beach. Go travel, go to the water, and play some golf. Travel with your team, because the more you do that, the more places you get invited for the next time.
Yep. Both teams playing with guys who did not start the season at quarterback. Both their their early season starters are now in the transfer portal.
Long gone.
I was looking at a list of the top quarterbacks in the transfer portal. You're going to be really sad about this because number one they have listed as Connor Wegman.
I'm not sad.
So there's no better one to bring in according to this list anyway.
No matter how good looking she is, somebody somewhere's sick of her crap. So I told my boys that a long time ago, and Connor Wegman's a good looking girl, man. Looks good. Unfortunately, she's got a daddy issues and a slight weed habit. But other than that,
she's got a botched C-section scar.
Just a little bit on the side, but looked good, man. She looked good when we met her. I don't know what happened.
Here at the Alamo Bowl, I think we got a pretty good matchup, Rob.
As good as they could have gotten.
Kind of what we expected it to be. It's going to be Colorado and BYU. And this might be, and it sounds like everybody's going to play. It sounds like Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are playing. At least that's what Dion says. Jake Retzloff, Chase Roberts, Jack Kelly, all the BYU guys, apparently they're going to play as well. I'm down for this.
Okay, I want you to give what you believe the odds to be that Travis and Shedeur play.
60% that both play.
I'm less optimistic.
I think
it's 50-50 as we sit.
I think it's I'll go 80% that at least one plays.
I think Shedeur will play before Travis does.
I think so too.
I think that offense, they can't survive without Shedeur. They could probably beat BYU without Travis, but they can't do it without Shedeur. So they have to.
100%. Yeah, that was. I got into some Twitter discussions. I had hot takes on the Twitters this weekend. One, I got interaction with a bigger celebrity than I am, which always brings out the insane people. But Jacob Hester, the former LSU running back, played for the Chargers for a little while. He said there's not 15 teams better than Arizona State right now, and I was like, quote tweet, and I said there's literally like 20 plus teams better than Arizona State. And so we got into a little bit of a back and forth, and then I said, well, I'm throwing out hot takes here. Travis Hunter's probably going to win the Heisman, but if he wasn't on the team, Colorado would lose like one more game, whereas if Shedeur wasn't on the team, they'd have 2 wins. They'd be nothing without Shedeur Sanders. And no disrespect to Travis Hunter,
Travis
who's been very good.
He's otherworldly, bionic. The things he does, ridiculous.
But as I watched Ashton Jeanty this weekend, that's the Heisman Trophy winner. That's who it should be.
It's so much fun to watch a just tough-ass running back. You just don't. There's not enough of them in the world.
There aren't, man. Guys like him don't come around. And to me, if there's going to be a non-quarterback win that award, this is the kind of guy. And he plays at Boise, which is going to be the knock on him. But, man.
He's going to look good in Cowboys silver and blue, baby.
Yeah.
He's going to look good in that.
He'll look real good running behind that ragtag offensive line.
I didn't say that. I just said he's going to look good in warm-ups.
God,
if it ain't him, scataboo.
They're going to turn him into Zeke Elliott is what they're going to do.
Yeah, for 3 years, that wasn't a bad thing to be.
No, they're going to turn him into modern-day Zeke Elliott. No. Nobody wants that.
So faded.
All right, when we come back, we will we'll take a look at the guys who didn't win this week, also known as the losers.
Oh, that's a hell of a lead-in.
Your turn,
Am I
Rob.
a loser? Is that what that was for? Hey, I got a proposition for you that isn't a losing proposition at all. How about a raffle for the RTV of your dreams? Kubota and Ewald have partnered together with a great organization. One Hope is a foster care adoption agency that's doing amazing work around San Antonio. And Ewald Kubota wants to give you the opportunity to win a Kubota RTV 520. 100% of the proceeds are going to One Hope for Kids. All you got to do is drop by any one of the 11 Ewald Kubotas around town. Put a little $20 in the bucket, get your ticket, and you never know. You might have the absolute RTV of your dreams or somebody on your property's dreams. And while you're in Ewald, you better take advantage of the end-of-year programs that are happening in every one of the 11 dealerships all around South Texas. If you've been looking for that ideal mid-sized to small tractor, this is the time, my friends. I'm talking about 0 down, 0 APR, money to be saved. You can have the tractor of your dreams. And man, I can dream pretty tractors for under $500 a month. Yeah, under $500. How about under $450 a month? You can have the diesel engine package that you've been chasing. And if you're looking for the ideal mid-sized diesel tractor, the Kubota BX1 1880 is there for you under $250 a month. Are you kidding me? You can't find a big enough stocking. You got to head over to Ewald now. They got the toys for the kids, and they got the toys for the adults, baby. That's Ewald Kubota. If you don't got an orange tractor in your barn, you're not doing it right. That's Ewald.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. A couple of new trouble spots, so heads up on Loop 410 northbound, the on-ramp from I-10. That stall is blocking the entrance ramp, so a little bit of stop and go from South Cross. Again, this just occurred. And a crash at 410 southbound as you approach Valley Heights got the roadway reduced to one lane. Still working the minor accident at Wetmore at Thousand Oaks, and that stall at I-10 eastbound at Callahan just cleared. Still rolling slowly, 35 southbound, FM 1103 on down to Tupperwine. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Randolph Brooks Federal Credit Union at rbfcu.org.
Unlock the door to your dream home with an RBFCU mortgage loan. Buying or building a house? We've got you covered. You can even make renovations with a home equity loan. Visit rbfcu.org. Membership eligibility required, subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 583215.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. Football, basketball, all the fights. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub, right next to the Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here from my friends over at Prize Picks. It's Pixmas time, my friends, and Pixmas means one thing to me, and that's 200 times my money. Yes, for a shot to win up to 200 times your cash, there's no better place to go than Prize Picks, because that's what they're doing. Me and millions of others are there for this very reason. Go and get your money. You know how to play fantasy. You know what to expect. Pat Mahomes going to have a good week. What about Wemby? Is it going to be more? It's going to be less. You've done it before. Go do it again. What I love about Prize Picks is they always take care of me. Now they're taking care of 200 times my money with just a couple of clicks. For your shot at up to 200 times your cash, go download Prize Picks and start playing today. Use the code word Alamo. That's 200 times your money. I can't say it more often. What a great way to play along with all your other fantasy stuff. Go play today. That's Prize Picks. Code word Alamo. Run your game.
This Christmas, the NFL is live on Netflix, and it's a gift you can't wrap. On December 25th, Netflix will be the home for 2 NFL Christmas Day games. At 1 p.m. Eastern, the 2024 Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs face the Pittsburgh Steelers, followed by the Baltimore Ravens versus the Houston Texans at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a holiday tradition you won't want to miss. Watch live only on Netflix. You won't want to miss it.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This holiday season, Straight Talk Wireless is letting you say yes a lot more with real unlimited data. Yes to sharing pics of the ugliest holiday sweaters. Yes to checking weather on the go for surprise sledding trips. And with a free phone at sign up, let the yes-tivities begin.
No way!
Yes way. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 1/5/25 while supplies last at participating stores. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single-line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Divorce is a fight. If you don't want to get knocked out of the ring by your spouse, then you need an aggressive law firm with a stable of hard-hitting attorneys at your disposal. Contact Barton & Associates today. Visit TexasDivorce.com. That's TexasDivorce.com.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football. I like this kind of party! Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking.
How about them Cowboys? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I saw Jay-Z might be getting lumped in with Diddy. It's bad company to be in.
Oh, yeah.
We might not be able to play Jay-Z for much longer. We might have to move on. But for now, we can get that dirt off your shoulder.
Yeah, we can
Getting that freak off.
Every Monday, we like to look back at the weekend that was and talk about the guys, or maybe the gals, who failed miserably, point and laugh at them and call them losers.
You lose. You are such a loser. You're a bona fide schmuck.
Time now to find out who blew it this weekend. The losers.
You bunch of losers! Look who's back. It's the loser.
I'm going back to a better class of losers.
With AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, losers.
Hello, losers. Let's get into it, Rob. Let's you take the lead. I'll let you swing
start out
first.
with one that is rarely on the losers list. One Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Oh gosh.
That yesterday, I want Tom Brady to give me Tom Brady things when he's calling a game. And when he can barely speak, it's already a problem. He doesn't deliver. His voice is kind of soft for an NFL 20-year veteran guy calling plays in front of 60,000 people. You'd think he'd have a little bit more voice control. But yesterday,
dude,
man,
when you're a pro broadcaster, you can't talk. Maybe take the day off.
Pull him. Greg Olsen could have jumped on a plane. Somebody could have done it. Because the game was so good, you didn't even need Brady. But Brady was...
it sounded terrible.
No one wants to hear somebody be sick. No one likes that.
I don't like it for sure. It makes me feel sick.
So, no, that was loser, man. And I don't really blame you unless you were out drinking bourbon all night long, which what you had the whiskey voice.
Well, that's what I did on Saturday, so maybe...
He had a couple of that whiskey stuff talking about the Batman. Josh Allen. No, that's not good. Sorry, Tom. Thanks for playing. It's called Honey and Lemon. Try it.
I'm going to. I'll start off with the low-hanging fruit. The New York Jets. They wrap up another season where they cannot make the playoffs. They extend their streak, the longest streak in the NFL. They are now at 14 straight seasons. The longest active streak amongst the major sports leagues in North America. The Buffalo Sabres are at 13. The LA Angels and Pittsburgh Pirates are at 9. So this is rare territory to get into 14 straight. But I love that in the postgame. First of all, I love that they fired Robert Saleh and got no different results. Like it's the same. Nothing changed.
Eberflus leaves Chicago and they get worse.
Yeah,
no,
nothing
it's not
changed.
Always the coach.
But I love hearing them talk after the game like now they're cursed. So Garrett Wilson, he said, when you're up in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden it starts to feel like you have a losing problem. It's like you have a gene or some bleep. Like you have a losing gene. Well, Garrett Wilson, welcome to playing for the New York Jets. You have a losing gene. I love it. I couldn't have been happier. I never cheer for the Dolphins to win games, and I did yesterday, and I was so glad to see the Jets blow that. The Jets, you are and will always be a loser. Rob, where are you going next?
All right. I don't know which way to go with this because it's, calling the New York Giants losers.
Yeah,
But
that's
normal.
Again, low-hanging fruit.
Yesterday, did you see the game where they had the plane fly over the game with the pennant about
the dumpster fire?
The dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Sell the team. I mean,
Mara says, Mr. Mara, enough. Please, PLZ, fix this dumpster fire. Thank you, Giant fan.
Yeah.
See, the good news, that's the good thing about playing in an open-air stadium is you can go invest and get that in. I'm not sure that's a loser move, but only losers have that happen to them. I haven't seen a more that's a fan who put his money where his mouth is. That's a $10,000, well, that's probably a $1,500, $2,000 protest. It didn't come cheap.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in New York. I'm guessing that's $5.
It didn't come
Everything
cheap.
costs more.
Respect, Giants. Now they're spending money to tell you how bad you are. It's probably not the best of the losers, but respect. I like that one.
They asked Malik Neighbors what he thought about it, about the dumpster fire plane, and he said, I ain't pay for that plane.
I would have. They didn't ask. I would have chipped in. You guys take Zell?
I guess we might as well stick in the NFL with the Bears, who, I mean, I don't know. I think there was a lot of guys I know, like the guys out in Vegas, who were heavily into the Bears this weekend, and I could not bet them. I just could not. I don't like Caleb Williams. I don't like their team. I just don't think I don't think they even have good ceiling. And the 49ers, I think, obviously do still have good ceiling. But the fact that they fired their coach and didn't even get not even a half good effort out of their team after firing that coach tells you all you need to know about that franchise. That place is going nowhere fast, man. That is a losing scene. And I'm not saying Matt Eberflus was going to fix the problem. I think it was fine to fire him. He cost them a game a week ago. But for that team to not even pretend to care the first game after he's fired just lets you know where this team is. They are a bunch of losers.
I'm going to put Alabama out here.
Ooh.
They're one of the top 12 teams in the country.
Yeah.
There's not a single person that if you ask, should Alabama be in the playoff, you go, yes, but there's a but. Yes, but. The Oklahoma loss is unforgivable. I think it's ideal. It's apropos that Alabama on the first of the 12-team tournaments gets kicked out because they lost a terrible game late. I think it fit perfect. They
also lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but that Vanderbilt was a team touched by God there for about 4 weeks. You know, when we saw, what was that quarterback's name?
Diego Pavia.
Pavia. For a brief shining moment, Pavia was the biggest thing in football, and they were a victim of that. But when it came down to it, what Alabama was, they're no longer it. Not only is Saban gone, but DeBoer here, 3 losses, and this is a team that was left out. And I think more than anything else, that symbolized the turning of the page from what was college football up until now. This team that deserved to be there by every measure other than that one loss didn't go. It's perfect for what's becoming, that Alabama was the team that was kicked out at the end.
That's fair. I'll make the combo of the ACC and the Big 12 a loser, just because the committee let them know where they stand. You are lesser conferences.
Yep.
You are not unequal. This is not 4 equal parts. And the fact that Clemson is the 12 seed, no second Big 12 team got in, and thank God none did, because they shouldn't even be 1. But I think the ACC and the Big 12 pictured it like, oh, we'll have 2 or 3 every year, and there'll be 1 G5 team, and then SEC and Big 10 will split the rest. And the fact that they combined for 3 in the first year, and it felt kind of fortunate for them that they got a 3rd one in.
Well, the ACC should be dancing today.
Yeah. And instead they're complaining that Miami didn't get in too. Like somehow they expected to get 3 teams in, which is absurd. And then, of course, Brett Yormark, who's complaining about they don't understand what it's like to play in the Big 12. We got all these Power 4 wins. Yeah, you Power 4 wins over your own crummy conference. You're not a Power 4 conference. You're garbage. So the Big 12 and the ACC, losers.
This is an honorable mention, and it's SMU.
Okay.
Because
now this is interesting.
Well,
it seemed like they came up roses this
no,
weekend somehow.
they've done everything right but get paid.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they that conference championship game they just played in, they didn't get a penny for it.
Yeah.
And in the playoff, any TV money, the ACC that they earn, that goes to Clemson.
Yeah.
That goes to every other ACC school. SMU gets none of it. Now, this was their decision.
Yeah.
They chose this. But every other ACC school sitting back and clapping because now they get double the money because Clemson got in.
But you know what? I give SMU a lot of credit. They knew this was going to happen, and what they've done is they've made the most of it. If you're going to play for free, then at least show you belong.
Do you think a state school could have done this?
No.
You had to have it in an endowment like SMU to even begin to contemplate
I say no.
this.
Texas could have done it if they really wanted, but they would never do it.
Yeah, right. And I don't think any school would even contemplate asking Texas to do it.
No.
Like if Texas came in, they'd get a TV share just because they'd rise the tide for everybody else. But
that was the only way for SMU to get into the big leagues as they saw it. And they're biting the bullet for now. And at least when they come out of this thing and they do start getting money, they're going to be looked at as one of the serious teams in that conference,
right.
I think.
When they start getting a piece of the pie, yeah, it's a huge move. I think when we look back at the dust of what this first season was, SMU will be the team that stands above all, that they capitalized at the right – on Texas, of course. But the one that had the most to gain was SMU, and they went and got it.
When I'm going to go with Rodney Terry as a loser.
Yesterday.
Rodney Terry had a chance to at least put some bit of a smile on Texas fans' face yesterday after they lost a heartbreaker in the SEC championship game, and they were favored. They were at home against a UConn team that has scuffled, and they got their ass kicked. I mean, it was a non-competitive game. The final score 76-65, but it didn't feel that close. Like, Rodney Terry got circles coached around him.
They
yesterday.
just got out toughed. I think what they went into a team that was just tougher than they were. And not that Texas can't play even basketball with them, but they're just not as tough as they are, and they got beat up.
It's hard to play even basketball when you get out rebounded 39-25.
They were man amongst boys. There were men out there, and boys were trying to compete with them. They weren't ready for that.
I've never been a believer in Rodney Terry.
Give him time.
I
mean,
know,
it
you
is
keep
the
saying
defending national champ, and they had a couple of guys get healthy and get back in the game.
Yeah, Caravan, welcome back.
Yeah, but there was a definite difference in what it takes to win a road game against a good team. Texas learned a lesson yesterday.
You have any more, or do you want? I
got one more.
Okay.
And this is kind of funny. As a guy, how many of my friends go to Texas? Aggies and Longhorns are the same until they go to College Station or Austin. Watching Kirk Herbstreit go through the crap he's going to go through when his son signed with Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
His son, as a 3-star quarterback out of Ohio, just signed with Michigan. And the diehard Garnet and whatever gold or whatever they call that
silver and
Garnet. Ohio State fan is all over Herbie for letting his kid sign with Michigan. But at the end of the day, congratulations. But, man, that sucks. That sucks.
Well, I think first of all, Michigan's a really good academic school.
All of it, yes. It's Texas and A&M. You're all the same until you decide what town you're going to want to live in, and then you're quantified as that.
And Ann Arbor's a pretty good town to live in.
It's a good college town, just so is Columbus. It's hard to argue, except for all the stuff in your dad's closet does not include any maize and blue. You know what I mean?
But it will now.
I always wondered about that. See, I have a good friend who I have seen who's got an Aggie diploma and got other kids that whose kid went to Texas, and I saw him in a Texas shirt, and I couldn't believe it.
You think if Clay had ended up playing ball for Texas, you wouldn't have thrown on a Texas shirt?
I couldn't, man.
I think you would.
I don't think I could.
I'd like to say your son is more important to you than your degree.
I would wear a non-confrontational color, but I'm telling you, I don't think I could do it.
You would stand there and you'd cheer for your son.
I would cheer for him. I would cheer for the name on the back.
Dude, you're crazy.
I'm telling you, I just don't know if I could do it. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
You would do it.
If given the opportunity, I'd like to find out, but I'm just not sure.
You'd wear a big wig and some
I
fake
would wear like a
glasses
non-confrontational. It would not look like I was anti.
Rob would wear
But
like
there would
the big horns.
No, it wouldn't be. See, it wouldn't be that.
Well.
It'd be like white. It'd be maybe an orange, almost burnt, but not quite.
It'd be toasty burnt.
See, I just don't. I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't.
You would do it.
I don't know, man. It's like a vampire looking into the sun,
I
man.
know,
That might
but
burn beyond belief.
Your kids always take priority.
I like I said, I told my kid he could go anywhere he wanted. Now I'd pay for A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He could go wherever he wanted.
One time, my kid got picked up on this team that had yellow and green jerseys, like highlighter, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
See, yeah, that's the other tough ask. Like, so your team colors are purple, are they?
My final loser is going to be the New York Mets. And I know Mets fan is puffing their chest out today. They feel like they got a big win today. I don't think so, dude. That is an obscene amount of money. It ain't my money, but 15 years? Show me a baseball player who's ever had 15 consecutive good years after his first 5 years. It's just never happened. It's not going to happen here. You're willing to eat a bunch of terrible years at the end. Remember when Albert Pujols, like his last couple of years, it's like, oh my
Pujols were the
God.
Angels, where you just
Who wants to pay? Yeah, like you can't even put him in the lineup. It's so bad.
And the thing about the Pujols, and this is the only thing I can maybe when A-Rod signed with the Rangers, maybe. But when Pujols went to the Angels and when A-Rod signed with the Rangers, it was more about the franchises proving something to themselves. Like, hey, we're worthy of a superstar.
Yeah.
The Mets, they've had them before. You didn't need to go spend $800 million on Soto for 20 years. I just don't get it other than, hey, we won the recruiting war. That's all that matters. We won February.
Because you paid all that money to Scherzer and Verlander, then had to ship them out with crumb cakes wrapped around their neck so somebody would take them. All right, Coach Jeff Traylor on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio Sports Stars $50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The $50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
This report is sponsored by PayPal.
This season, the PayPal app has amazingly low prices for holiday shopping. Get exclusive cashback offers in the app. And with the PayPal debit card, PayPal stacks 5% more in the monthly category of your choosing on up to $1,000 in purchases. Don't just pay, PayPal.
When you are just craving something salty and packs a crunch, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds is your crunch time decision. Game day just got a whole lot crunchier thanks to the powerhouse snack, Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. We're talking about crispy, golden bites of pure awesomeness. Pork rinds are your MVP snack. And get this, they're low carb and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. Don't settle for ordinary on game day. Grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B today.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults
The
only.
holidays are happening at Diamonds Direct. Still rushing to finish your holiday shopping? Don't worry, we've got you covered. This weekend only, it's our last chance sale with 20% off virtually everything. Earrings, bracelets, pendants, and more. Plus special financing options up to 5 years. But don't wait, this is your final opportunity to find the perfect gift at the best value before the holidays, plus special designer appearances. Visit us during extended holiday hours or shop online and pick up in store. Our 20% off last chance sale ends Sunday. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com.
We all expect our home to protect everything we love. But we don't expect that water is the reason parts of our concrete have gotten so uneven. Walkway tripping hazards, sinking pool deck, cracked driveways are dangerous threats to everyone's safety. But there's one way to learn how your concrete can be lifted. A free home inspection from Foundation Support Specialists. They'll restore your concrete and give you peace of mind. Get your free inspection at FoundationSupportSpecialists.com.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First and Main, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Hey guys, Jason Minix here. Have you been putting off getting your T levels checked? Why drag through days with low energy potentially caused by low testosterone? Make that holiday resolution and go to Synergenics. I recommend the health providers at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss because their personalized TRT goes beyond standard treatments. And at Synergenics, they're also experts with weight loss with affordable prescription GLP-1 plans. Don't wait. Book your appointment at SynergenicsHealth.com. SYNERGENX Health.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. A couple of new trouble spots, so heads up on Loop 410 northbound, the on-ramp from I-10. That stall is blocking the entrance ramp, so a little bit of stop and go from South Cross. Again, this just occurred. And a crash at 410 southbound as you approach Valley Heights got the roadway reduced to 1 lane. Still working the minor accident at Wetmore at Thousand Oaks, and that stall at I-10 eastbound at Callahan just cleared. Still rolling slowly, 35 southbound, FM 1103 on down to Tupperwine. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs returned to action last night, taking down the New Orleans Pelicans 121-116. Wemby came back after missing a game with a bad back with 25 points and 10 rebounds. In college football, Texas fell in overtime in the SEC championship game to Georgia. In the final college football playoff rankings came out as Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State with the byes. I'm Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 4 of the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And joining us now on the Buyers Barricade guest line is the head coach of the bowl-bound UTSA Roadrunners, Coach Jeff Traylor. Hello, Coach. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Good morning.
Good morning. Congratulations. The bowl bid is locked in. You're headed out to South Carolina. Are your kids excited about this trip? Does this feel like a reward for them?
Oh, yeah. You know, we had to fight hard this last 6 weeks to get in this thing. We didn't get off to a great start. We've been playing really, really good football the last 6 weeks, so it's a great time of the year to be playing great.
Coach, what's the process like in accepting a bid? I mean, what do you go through? Do you field calls and weigh things, or do you just I don't know what it's like. How did you guys decide on this one?
Yeah, I'm not in that loop. That's ESPN, our commissioner, Tim Pernetti and Dr. Compost. They're in talks with that all the time, and she'll obviously ask me my opinion of things, but we don't ultimately have the control of that. ESPN pretty much tells you where you're going.
Really?
Coach, when you have a game like this, and obviously you want to win every game, but is getting this bowl bid more about the extra practices you get and things like that, or is it more about winning this bowl game? Like, how much do you put into we've got to win this game, we've got to prepare for this team, versus I got to use this time to get my team better so next season we can be better than we were this season?
I just think all that's kind of changed with the transfer portal. You basically got 1-year teams nowadays, and we haven't lost a lot of kids in our 5 years here. Our guys are pretty steady about staying, but it's the new world, and so it's a little bit of both. We've got a very young offense, so us just getting the practice together another month is huge for us. We've got to replace a lot of guys on defense, so those young guys have been playing some this year, but they get more work. And to answer your question, because you're always trying to win the game, but you have your eye on your future, but probably not as much as you did back in the day because of the transfer portal.
That is Jeff Traylor joining us here on San Antonio Sports Star, headed to Myrtle Beach to play in a bowl game. So let's talk about signing day last week. Tell us how it went. Everything went well. Now you're guarding your guys, right? You're protecting them from other poachers.
Yeah, I mean, we historically go very slow. It's kind of funny that anybody calls anything signing day, every day signing day.
Right.
What does it even mean? They can leave before they even get here. So every day signing day is the way I look at it. There's a 1-year signing day. So we're going to go slow. Off to a very slow start like we always do. We'll build our roster all the way through. You'll know our roster when we kick it off against A&M next year. That's when you'll know who our team is.
Coach, talk about the opponent here in Coastal Carolina. Ethan Vasco, their quarterback, is in the transfer portal, so it's kind of hard to know how to study film on these guys. But what do you know about this team and Coach Tim Beck, and how do you think you guys match up?
Yeah, I think there needs to be like some kind of indicator in the transfer portal, like I'm in the transfer portal, but I'm playing in the bowl, or I'm in the transfer portal, but I'm not playing in the bowl. Because just because you're in the transfer portal doesn't mean you're not playing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So I don't know who's in, who's out. We'll try to figure that out.
Coach, would you play a guy in the portal? Would you play a guy that is in the portal?
Yeah, you're going to have to. You won't have enough guys on your team. You have to cancel the game, man. I mean, the times have changed. We all got to wrap our minds. My wife and I had this conversation this morning. She's like, well, when's the next signing day? I'm like, maybe every day signing day. You got to get that out of your mind. February the 3rd is not the next signing day. Every day signing day. We got official business in right now. Like, I'm literally sitting outside of a restaurant, and I've got 5 kids inside that we're recruiting right now. And hopefully they'll be here in January. They weren't signed yet, so it's just a new world we're all in, and we're all having to adjust to it.
Coach Steve Sarkisian has said that at Texas, if a kid enters the transfer portal, then he considers that they're broken up. Like they're not coming back to Texas. If you enter the transfer portal, the world is your oyster, but Texas ain't part of your world. Is that a luxury that the big power schools have that you don't, or is that because that seems like a good philosophy and like, hey man, if you really want to do this, do it, but you ain't coming back here if you go look around and don't find yourself a better deal. Like, is that a philosophy that could work at UTSA, or are you guys limited in ways that obviously that force you to do things that maybe you wouldn't want to do?
I think you answered your own question when you asked the question. I just can't take that stance. We'd like to take that stance. We can't take that stance because, for obvious reasons, I'm just not going to. When we wish Trey Moore the best of luck this week, we really do. I would say, to me, how I handle it is each case we handle each one on its own individual basis. If you handle your situation, let's just talk about Italy Marburger.
Mm-hmm.
That kid deserves it somewhere. He came in, he handled the situation correctly. He wants to get in the play. He wants to go play. What's wrong with that? Why should I not let him go to the bowl?
Do you advocate for guys like that? Would you call a coach for him?
For sure. I will all my guys that handle it correctly. Now, guys that might not handle it as correctly, no, they won't play. But if you do your stuff correctly, walk in my office, you're a gentleman, you state your case, then they'll be playing for us in the bowl game.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk about the tournament. Anything that you would change about what we saw go through when we got our final 12 teams? Do you appreciate the value of conference championship games, or is that something that you feel might be gone by the wayside in the long run?
I think it's important to always keep those championship games valued. You would hate for there ever to be. I think that's why they put SMU in, because it would send a terrible message that once you get there, you get punished for not being there. And I'm very happy for Rhett, but I think that was a sign they were trying to make sure that we all got that the championship games still matter.
Coach, do you think that as time goes on that the G5 will ever be able to get more participation, like maybe more than one team in? Is that something you could foresee happening?
No. We're lucky we've got one in. So, no, that will never happen.
So, if Army, for instance, had gone unbeaten, and had they beat Notre Dame, gone unbeaten, do you don't think they would have gotten in over a Clemson who won the ACC?
That's a fair point. I mean, if we were to do something like that, I could see your point, but that would take something that crazy, and probably the narrative would have changed on Boise by then.
Yeah.
I just there's a lot of you can start doing this. There's a lot of things you can start doing. At least we're arguing about who should be 12 and
Truth.
who should be 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's nice in this system. And I still believe there's teams out there that can win the national championship that didn't even get to 12.
Well, I think Alabama's got a better chance than about 8 of the teams that are in, and but it's hard to make an argument that they deserved a chance to be there. So it certainly makes for good discussion. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time all season long to talk to us, and we really get a lot from this, and have enjoyed the roller coaster ride with you. I'm glad to see that the season ended on a higher note, and that you guys are bowl bound. Best of luck out there in South Carolina, and best of luck on signing day today, tomorrow, and every other signing day.
Well, you guys are a lot of fun. I always enjoy being on with y'all, so I appreciate y'all very much. God bless and birds up.
All right, there you go. That's Jeff Traylor, head coach of the UTSA Road Runners.
11 a.m. Monday, the 23rd of December, UTSA, Coastal Carolina in the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Eves. God bless birds up and have some low country shrimp and grits up there.
That's right.
Fun.
All guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. All right. We come back. Let's take a look around the world that has nothing to do with sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a couple of new trouble spots. 281 southbound at Bitters. Accident left lane. About a 15-minute delay as you stop and go from 1604. 37 northbound approaching 35 downtown. That's a stall. Left lane blocked. On I-10 westbound Des Zavala, disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic dip line so we can check it out. That number, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Don't Mess with Texas and the Texas Department of Transportation.
As you travel on Texas highways this holiday season, remember that Don't Mess with Texas means don't litter. Even Santa has a trash bag in his sleigh. Spread holiday cheer by keeping trash off the roadways. Don't mess with Texas. A message brought to you by TxDOT.
Has a loved one died and left you an old car to sell? GiveMeTheVin.com has just launched the new service GMTVCC.com. Write this down, GMTVCC.com, which is Give Me the VIN classic and collector car buying service. GMTVCC.com will hook you up with GMTVCC Pro buyers that will appraise and offer on that 69 Chevelle, old Corvette, old truck, and especially Restomods. We love Restomods at GMTVCC.com. Don't mess with consignments or auctions. Get paid today on your classic or collector car at GMTVCC.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here from my friends over at Prize Picks. It's Pixmas time, my friends, and Pixmas means one thing to me, and that's 200 times my money. Yes, for a shot to win up to 200 times your cash, there's no better place to go than Prize Picks, because that's what they're doing. Me and millions of others are there for this very reason. Go and get your money. You know how to play fantasy. You know what to expect. Pat Mahomes going to have a good week. What about Wemby? Is it going to be more? Is it going to be less? You've done it before. Go do it again. What I love about Prize Picks is they always take care of me. Now they're taking care of 200 times my money with just a couple of clicks. For your shot at up to 200 times your cash, go download Prize Picks and start playing today. Use the code word Alamo. That's 200 times your money. I can't say it more often. What a great way to play along with all your other fantasy stuff. Go play today. That's Prize Picks. Code word Alamo. Run your game.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. While leaning over the fence, your neighbors said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. Your neighbor leaned over a little too much and broke your fence. Dumb news. Somehow fence wood is more expensive than wood. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and to plant really tall shrubs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
At the Institute for Functional Health, we are dedicated to helping you live life fully, playing with your kids, golfing, and feeling great without relying on pills. We're not about treating symptoms temporarily. We're about extending your health span, the years you live in good health. I'm Dr. Torres, and for over a decade, my team has transformed lives by tackling health issues at the root. Tired of medications without real answers? Take control of your health with us. Call 210-468-1891 for a free Discovery Day consultation or visit iffhealth.com. Improve your health span today.
Jason Minix here from the Blitz for Underdog Fantasy, the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while watching sports. And I love playing the Pick'em game at Underdog Fantasy, where you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats. Think basketball, think football. You can mix, you can match across your other favorite sports and leagues and win money watching sports. And this season, Underdog will be running a special promo or bonus almost every single day, like Profit Boost. Pump up your winnings in just a tab when you apply the boost to eligible entries. Discounts, you'll get adjusted projections on certain player stats to give you a better shot at the win, and they're basically a sure thing with their free picks. A player just has to get higher than 0.5 for that stat pick to win. All new users get a free pick. So download the app, sign up with promo code STAR, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Promo code STAR. Must be 18 or over, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
I got a line.
He got a line.
She got a line.
We got 4 lines. Cricket Nation. Cue finger guns. Really easy. Super stress-free. 5G so fast. Like blazing fast. Games and memes. You'll have a blast. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. You can get fast 5G across 4 lines. As we discuss, take it from us. We 4 are one. Cricket Nation.
And only $25 a line. Welcome to more lines. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile. You're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Discount varies by line. Fees may apply. Terms and restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
All right.
You a Clapton fan?
Yeah. He's a weirdo, but I like his music.
I've always been kind of there. I know people that live and breathe him, but I'm not.
I'm a fan. I think he's a kind of a vile person.
Didn't this kid fall out a window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which maybe that turns you into a bad person. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I guess
what a terrible thing to remember.
I wouldn't be friendly. Well, he wrote a song about it, so I think he probably wanted you to remember it. I like to take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports. And one of the stories I wanted to get to was, did Clay go to the Aggie game?
No, he did not attend the game.
Why not?
He didn't have a ticket and did all the stuff outside.
And he didn't have a ticket, but remember he didn't have a ticket to that, George Strait show.
We don't want to talk about how he got into that one.
Right. But he decided not to try that move here.
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Probably wise.
Well, I think if he had the wherewithal, he would have tried. But anyway, why? What happened?
Police arrested 2 men posing as construction workers entering Kyle Field for the A&M Texas game.
Were they at least Hispanic?
They would have hard hats on, like, hey, we're here to fix the plumbing.
They were trying to get into the stadium. They were wearing reflective vests and hard hats.
A for effort, though, man. Respect.
Fake construction credentials.
Yes.
Arrested for criminal trespass.
Arrested?
Yeah.
Just sit them out. Just sit them home.
Now, their real names were booked into the Brazos County Jail.
They arrested these guys.
Well, these guys were a little brash in their criminality.
A for effort.
The fake credentials, the construction credentials, had their names listed as Harry Ascrack. And
I say again, you arrested these artisans?
And his partner, Duncan McCockiner.
Mr. McCockiner?
You can call me Duncan.
You can call me Duncan.
That's good. Yeah.
Mr. Ascrack? This is so overdone. These guys were trying just a little prank, just to go watch a game. They weren't going to sit down.
Texas A&M police tweeted out some of the other arrests that happened. A man was riding a Longhorn on campus with his dog.
I saw that.
He agreed to leave campus after police informed him that is a violation.
Yeah, for a lot of things.
Another individual got ejected with a fake ticket, and this has to be the worst thing that can happen to you. An intoxicated individual who was released to his sober wife.
Oh, man.
Can't you just put me in jail?
Yeah. No, your punishment will be going home with her.
Oh. Sober wife. Oh my God. That is
when they go out of their way to
cruel and unusual.
Your sober wife.
That's the worst thing that can happen. Yeah. But see, good thing your boy didn't try to scam his way in. like old Harry Ascrack and Duncan McCockiner.
Have you ever? When there's like a plane crash and they're trying to get the updates from on the scene, and people are calling in and listing the injured or the safe, and they make up fake names like that. And you catch them online. This was one of those.
Yep.
Duncan
That's pretty much why local news stopped doing birthdays. Like small town local news used to always do birthdays, and it would be like, "Oh, happy birthday to Harry Ascrack."
Well, I have a good friend, Peter Burns. He would say his name. Like, oh, no, seriously. Like, no. Sorry, that's really my name.
This is not in the Christmas spirit. Larry's Plumbing in Marysville, Washington.
I was going to say, do we have a state, or is there a Marysville, Texas?
Marysville, Washington had a leg lamp that they put up as
like
part of their the Fragile leg
it's
lamp.
A major award.
But this is what they put in there in the front of their store, and that is they put it out for Christmas decorations. It's like the 4th of July, and it's glorious. But the owner of the store got his the store was broken into. Front window was broken, and the leg lamp was stolen. The only thing stolen was the leg lamp.
You can get those. You don't need to
get
steal
them on
that.
Amazon.
Yeah, you can get they're easily found, and they're not expensive.
No. Why? What do we do?
Well,
but he did say it will cost him $3,000 to replace. Apparently, this is a very high-end replica.
The good one. It is a major award.
And also, though, he got a busted window, which that's not ideal either. But they are on the lookout. If you're in the Marysville area and have seen this, please.
I won't watch the movie until Christmas Day.
Oh, but you will watch it
wait,
then?
Yeah, we'll watch it Christmas Day.
Listen. I think that there's good and bad people on both sides. I think that when it came to the political hot button topic of vaxxers versus anti-vaxxers, I think there are some, I think there's some people who are insane. Like, if you think there should be no vaccines, we've lived through that, and it's not good. So I'm not like a hardcore anti-vaxxer, but I also didn't get mad at people who didn't want to get the shot for COVID.
Yeah, of course.
So I can see a middle ground. There's a woman now who's a nurse and is telling people that they should avoid cancer screenings and colonoscopies.
Oh, okay.
More young people are being diagnosed with cancer. Study found that the number of cases in adults under 50 is rising by 1% to 2% annually. And a lot of people are saying that this nurse is saying that part of it is there's too many screenings. She said, this is what I'm doing. You have to do your own research, but I'm not getting a mammogram.
So the thing is, if we don't test for it,
you don't have it.
Then you don't have it. Something else killed you.
She alleged that if there were an infected cyst and it burst, you'd risk spreading infection. If it's a cancerous mass, it could rupture, spread into the bloodstream, and metastasize.
Yeah.
On top of that, she claims the radiation could be an issue because breast tissue is sensitive. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't have to show anybody peer-reviewed studies. You're going to have to, like I said, do your own research. That's not why I'm here. I'm going to provoke thought, and I'm going to encourage you to educate yourself. I'm going to continue to live as toxic-free a lifestyle as I possibly can, and that includes staying out of cancer screening machines.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't think that's wise.
That whole statement made no sense to me. You're a healthcare professional, but go ahead. If you haven't been told you have it, then you never have it.
I don't feel like I would hire her as a nurse.
What are you dying of? I don't know, but it's not cancer because I've never been tested for it.
Yeah.
I don't have it. So.
I have something else.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, there's extremes. I think this might be going to one of those.
If you don't want cancer, don't get tested for it.
It's true.
I mean, it's a true statement. I never had cancer. Now something else got me.
The best way the only way to know if you're a real alcoholic is to stop drinking.
Yeah, and I don't.
So if you stop drinking and you start hurting, hey,
So,
and you're an alcoholic.
So yeah. So don't stop drinking.
If you never stop drinking, hey man,
you're doing fine.
You're
Functional
good.
alcoholic.
The new #1 movie in theaters, Moana 2. This was a record post-Thanksgiving weekend. Moana 2, Wicked, and Gladiator 2.
So Moana was bigger than Gladiator?
Well, this was Gladiator's second weekend.
Well, I mean, then
Wicked? Wicked's second weekend.
Oh, okay.
So last weekend, Gladiator 2 and Wicked opened. This weekend, Moana opened.
I would have thought Wicked would have carried through. It still would have been bigger than Moana.
I mean, it was still $34.8 million in weekend 2, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Gladiator, $12.4 in weekend 2.
Good movie, by the way. I actually paid to see that one.
Moana 2, $52 million, and is $600 million worldwide. That just passed the lifetime global of the first movie at $582 million. So when they made Moana 1, it made $582 million the whole time. Now
I
it's
am
at
left
600.
out of this. I didn't see one. I can't see 2. I'll be lost.
I know.
I don't have no idea what the plot line is.
I don't like cartoon movies. I'm against cartoon movies. I don't like them. So I'm not going to watch it.
You can watch 30 minutes. You just can't do longer than that.
Yes. It's a long time to watch a cartoon.
Well, I've seen some anime that kept me interested.
That's called hentai, and it's now illegal in our state.
Really interested, and then I'm not so interested. But for a couple of minutes, I'm really, really.
Do you use a VPN or did you log in properly?
Oh, I haven't been there in a minute.
Oh,
all right. Well, there you have it.
But I remember when I wasn't there for long.
And apparently, the Red One, the
weird Santa movie,
the Rock Santa movie.
Yeah, that's it's a paycheck movie.
That is not being well received, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll stream. You know, the last Rock movie that was, what was the one that went straight to? He was a character, like a Marvel character.
God. Like he had the big lightning bolt on his chest.
Yeah, whatever that thing was.
I forget what it was called.
Yeah, he's
Black Adam?
Black Adam, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
so
had a couple
terrible.
of whiffs lately.
I know, right?
So terrible.
Spending too much time with his football league.
Yeah. It made just at $7 million this weekend, which not ideal, you know, when it's about to be Christmas and your movie's about Santa Claus.
Well, and everybody went to buy a ticket for Moana.
They was sold out.
Wicked or Gladiator, and went, well, all right.
Damn.
Red One, you say?
Red One. Not ideal. Not ideal. All right. When we come back, we will do what we always do to wrap up the show. We'll head out to the desert, take a look at the daily lines, including the Cowboys and the Bengals.
Woo-hoo!
See where that was a good homer.
Yeah, trying. I've been working on it all week.
I like it. Oh! It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Cincinnati Bengals for Monday Night Football.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts after the Blitz at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
This is all cooking. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Christmas leaks, you make our carpet squishy.
Here at Quartermoon Plumbing, we know all your Christmas wants, like the popular leaky faucet, the overflowing toilet, or the trendy clogged sewer line. No matter what list you're on, naughty or nice, Quartermoon Plumbing will answer your call fast and fix your emergency quickly so you can get back to your Coco and Carolyn.
651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
In Texas, your spouse can claim alimony after just 10 years of marriage. Do you know your countdown? Because I guarantee you, she does. I'm Gary Barton with Barton & Associates. If you're considering divorce, then contact Barton & Associates today at texasdivorce.com. That's texasdivorce.com.
When there's work to do, ground to break, and a reputation to uphold, you need the powerful, durable Kubota RTVX, North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for $0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $1,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, Ewald Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
Unwrap the savings during the JCPenney Mystery Sale. This Thursday to Sunday, hurry in store for a gold coupon giveaway while they last. You could win an extra 30, 40, or even 50% off. Or get extra lucky and hit the jackpot deal. You'll win $60 off your entire purchase when you spend $60 or more. JCPenney, make it count. Coupon valid on select styles 12/12 to 12/15. Exclusions apply. Must be 18 or older. See store associate for details.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho 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 ho.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? Jason Minix here from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now, sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first. On your timeline, no waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades at no upfront cost. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first, sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. We're going to wrap it up here. I do have to push back a little on the Brigade Bar, who everyone seems to be blaming Quinn Ewers for the loss against Georgia. I thought Quinn Ewers, he didn't play great, but he was about 5th or 6th on the list of problems with that team. They couldn't run the ball all game. Wisner, who's been so good, just couldn't get any space. The offensive line didn't give any push. And Texas went into that game on the full season. Texas receivers had 17 drops. In that one game, they had 6. They were doing their best to make Quinn look bad. I think that Quinn's getting I think it's a little bit of the backup quarterback syndrome where everybody wants to see the backup. This is very much the Chris Sims, Major Applewhite.
I agree with that. He is the better quarterback today. He's not the most talented quarterback on the roster. Arch is more talented. Arch can do more things. He can run better. He's quicker to the edge. Probably got a slightly stronger arm. But Ewers gives you the best shot. Texas didn't lose because of Ewers. They might have done a little bit better with more Arch, but this is just a symptom of a loss. I also don't think that Texas used their entire playbook. I think there was some of, if we lose, the world ain't over. We got to beat somebody to, now it's win in advance. This is just win, lose, or draw. We're moving on. I don't think you saw everything. And I'm a firm believer, even if they believed they gave everything they had to go win the SEC the first time. And I do believe that was a goal. They wanted to wave that in everybody's face.
I think so, too.
At the end of the day, though, in the back of your mind, no matter what, we play tomorrow.
Yeah.
We will play again. And you don't – I guess some teams and some people can sell out 1,000%, but I think if there's just the chance that even if it goes wrong, we're still okay, I think that limits you. I do.
I thought that going in, and you said as soon as you start thinking that way, things go bad. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what their effort level was. I don't think they sold the game.
No. I think winning the SEC first year, and that was a worthy goal, a worthy attack. But once it got tough, and you're in the second half, and you're kind of like, well, even if we lose, we're still playing in 2 weeks, and we're probably going to be playing that first weekend no matter what, unless we blow this team out. If we haven't done that, so that's not going to happen. I do think you get a little bit more conservative knowing that you were going to live to play another day.
All right, let's do what we always do to wrap up the show. Take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
Let's start with those college football lines, the playoff games. There's some big spreads here, which makes me think, boy,
is there a home team that isn't favored by?
No. Texas, 11-point favorites over Clemson. Penn State, 9-point favorites over SMU. Ohio State, 7.5-point favorites against Tennessee. Notre Dame, 7.5-point favorites against Indiana.
I'm not sure I see an upset there, so we're going to be playing lines. You know what I mean?
I
think every one of those teams that's favored is going to win. I don't see a stub toe there.
I could see it with Ohio State.
You think so?
I don't think Ohio State's very good. I think their quarterback sucks. As much as they paid for that roster, allegedly, I don't know if that's how true it is, but the most expensive roster in college football history, and Will Howard is what you came up with at quarterback, is mind-boggling to me. What did that guy do at Kansas State that made you think he would get to the Big Ten and somehow get better?
I see where they were running off another 5-star quarterback that entered the portal.
Ryan Days, would you ever want to go play for that guy?
Well, I will say this, that there's probably, of the 22 starters, there's 15 NFL guys playing for him. So when I look at him, I go, well, Day might hinder him, but there's just so much talent on that Ohio State side of the ball that it's going to be hard for them to lose this first one. But, if any team can get upset, it's them and Notre Dame. If there's a likely suspect, it's those two.
I think Texas is going to wash this Clemson team. Yeah. Clemson can't stop the run, and Texas is just going to run the ball down their throat. That's going to be a bloodbath.
A zoo, too. It's going to be, that's going to be a tough one.
I guess we haven't even talked about this game, but Army-Navy, the Army is a 6.5-point favorite.
Which is really a testament to Navy.
Yeah.
I think that gives a lot of respect to Navy in this game.
Well, it opened at 2.5 and has leaked out now to 6.5.
Because Army's head and shoulders better.
I think so, too. And, I think what they did to Tulane.
Yeah.
Although, who knows? If that game were played in Tulane, who knows what it would have looked like. But on that field, it's kind of like what we talked about. You take that game and play it where they played it, there was Army was going to win that. That's their place. That's what they want to play
and
in.
they are slicing and dicing, man. Holes everywhere.
The Simpsons game tonight, the game of the year, in my opinion, the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati -5 in Dallas. Total is 50. I bet the team total over for Cincinnati, over 27.5 points. The Bengals are going to score a touchdown a quarter.
Yeah.
At least. So give me the Bengals to do their – I don't trust their defense enough to play them. But over 27.5 just for the team total, I think is a strong play. And I mentioned earlier, Carolina favored over Dallas next weekend.
Now.
Well.
Wait until the explosion that is Cooper Rush in this passing game hits.
You know what?
I'm looking at my DFS stuff right now.
Who are you looking for?
Well, I'm checking to see where I can anything on Rush if there's any value in there, and I don't see anything.
I played. You know what? You might. I think maybe what do you have his passing yards at? Like 234.
Let me get there.
Because I could see him putting up some passing yards because they're going to be behind.
I've got Cooper 234.5. I've got Burrow 299.5, which I kind of like.
Jeez, I've got Burrow 275.5.
See, that's even better.
Yeah. I think that if there is a prop for Cooper Rush for attempts, I've got it at 38.5. What do you see for pass attempts?
Let's see where we've got here.
They're going to be chucking. They don't have an option.
Well, let's see. I've got Rush at 36.5, even with Burrow, both.
I like that. Oh, see, I've got 35.5. I said 38.5. I read it wrong. Yeah, because like, why is my number so off? But no, 35.5, 36.5. Yeah, I think he's going to throw it 40 times.
If the Cowboys throw the ball 37 times, they're losing the game.
Well, I also think the Cowboys are going to lose the game.
So that would play right into the narrative.
Yeah.
That is not a way for Cooper Rush and the Cowboys to win a football game.
No.
They have to throw the ball that many times, but that's.
But if you don't think they're winning, that's what you think is going to happen,
that's exactly
right?
where it is. So play the numbers as posted. I like that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it anyway. Let's go to the NBA. We've got the Knicks. They are 6-point road favorites at Toronto.
So this matters.
This is the only game of the day.
This isn't.
It doesn't matter. It's totals 231.5. The games that matter are tomorrow.
Okay, that's like Orlando, Milwaukee tomorrow. Okay.
So
the Knicks are hotter than fish grease right now.
They really are playing good ball.
Take them.
The Raptors also just suck. The Magic, these are the games for tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday, these are the Emirates Cup games. Magic plus 8.5 at Milwaukee. The Magic are dead. No Paolo and now no Wagner. Like they just, you can only fight for so long without your bodies, and without those two guys, I don't know where they're going to get offense from. It just seems like an uphill battle. I don't think the Bucks are great, but man, the Magic are they're walking wounded. Mavericks plus 4.5 at Oklahoma City. You like that one?
I do. Dallas is playing really good.
They are pretty good right now.
I do. I like them right now.
I might like the Mavs as well on the road. The Knicks, who play tonight, even though it doesn't matter, they play a game that matters on Wednesday. They are 7.5-point favorites hosting the Hawks in that one.
I'll ride the wave, man.
And then the Warriors and the Rockets. Warriors plus 2.5 in Houston. Rematch of just a few days ago, right?
And the Rockets took them to the shed.
The Warriors beat them.
Took them to the shed, but then very quickly lost a couple right after.
No, the Warriors beat them without Steph and Draymond.
And then lost after.
Yeah, lost games. I thought you meant lost a couple people, but lost their games after. Yeah, very odd. But should be a good matchup there between those two teams. UTSA in their bowl game. Did you see their line?
On the road against a home team in Coastal, they've got to be favored by a field goal, right?
Minus 5.5.
5.5.
Yep.
I think
that. Coastal Coastal's going to is going to be playing without their quarterback. I don't know that for a fact. I know because, like Coach Traylor said, he's in the portal. That doesn't mean he's not playing.
Oh, he ain't playing.
But he is in the portal. I don't think he's playing either.
Yeah, It was a good question when you asked Traylor, like, would you keep a guy? He's in a situation where they have to, and especially if it's a good, like Marburger comes and says, I want to go someplace.
But when Sark said that to me, I was like, that's how everybody should think.
That's the arrogance of the greatness. I think there's 10 teams in the country that can say that. But after that, you can't. But Texas can say that. Look, if you want to go someplace, there's a guy behind you that at least by the numbers is as good as you. And there's a reason why the guy behind you is here. UTSA can't say that. A&M can't say that. But Texas and Ohio State, even though they're not there, Georgia, there's teams that can say legitimately, you don't want to be here, go. And I'm not going to waste one iota of time or effort to keep you.
We'll pay someone else to take your spot.
Yes, without hesitation. I like that attitude.
Some of the other Texas teams that are in bowl season this year, Sam Houston, they are 5.5-point dogs against Georgia Southern. Sam Houston's been a roller coaster all season long. I've got no idea what to think about that team. The Texas Tech Red Raiders, your boys, plus 2.5 against Arkansas.
That's going to be a good football game.
Should be pretty
Two
decent.
teams with the same mentality. I think one team going to be looking for another coach. I'm not sure Pittman survives all of this. Go Tech. You guys brag and talking a lot of noise. Now go beat an SEC team.
You too. You're one of them.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You were a scholarship athlete there. You were a scholarship athlete.
30 years ago.
You should be a proud guns upper.
Guns up type of guy. A lot of these games we're talking about, we're going to have right here on our station.
Yes, we are.
We're carrying football like crazy.
We'll give you the full schedule as the week goes on. Texas A&M fighting Aggies, minus 2.5 against USC in Vegas.
It's been such a long time since A&M went to a fun bowl. I mean, the Cotton Bowl.
What do you mean? The Chick-fil-A Chicken Bowl wasn't fun?
The Chick-fil-A Bowl isn't fun. Shreveport, Houston.
I'm playing the Cure.com Bowl.
Oh, man. At least this one. Hey, let's go to Vegas for the night, man. Let's go tie one on. Put some glitter on those Yell Leader ice cream suits, and let's have some fun, man.
Do it.
Let's go knock this thing out.
TCU, 9.5-point favorites against Louisiana. I don't know. Louisiana's pretty tough. That seems like a pretty big number to me. And who was the other one? Where's Baylor? Why don't I see Baylor's bowl? Oh, here it is. Baylor LSU.
Yeah.
Baylor is a 3-point dog at LSU.
So
I'm interested in Baylor here.
Backstory here: Dave Aranda at Baylor, hired from LSU as their DC. Probably not the coach of the year, but deserves all kind of recognition for what he did in Waco. This is going to be fun.
When I'm betting bowl games, I want teams who are excited to be in the bowl game they're in. Baylor is much more excited about their 8-4 season than LSU is about their 8-4 season.
I wonder how many LSU kids are in the portal right now.
Or how many are going to sit out. I mean, how many of those guys are going to be playing in the pros? And they're like, I'm sitting out for my draft stock. Those Baylor kids are going to play.
Absolutely. This is the highlight of their year. Well earned, well done, Baylor.
I'll give you another one. Florida. I'm betting Florida. Florida's playing Tulane. They're 11.5-point favorites. This Florida team that looked like they had no business going to a bowl to fight back the way they did and to make that bowl game, kudos to them. And they've got some talent. Tulane, their quarterback's already said, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane 2 weeks ago could have made the playoff. Now they're playing in some random Outback or whatever it is bowl they don't want to be at. Florida's going to smoke that team.
It was back in October. A&M was in Gainesville. It was third quarter, and A&M ran a 99-yard drive in the rain. And I thought Napier wouldn't survive the night. I thought that was it. That you don't lose to A&M like that at home. And that team from that day in October till now, what a ridiculous turnaround. Remarkable for a guy that was all but done. Is Lagway going to be healthy? Is he going to be able? Okay, if he's healthy, then yeah.
Other teams I think that are very live for bowl games, Vanderbilt is a 2.5-point dog against Georgia Tech. This is Vanderbilt's first bowl in like 11 years. You don't think they're jacked for this?
They'll be gone, so the fans will be.
Navy. The one thing you can count on is you never have to worry about Army and Navy sitting guys out who might be pros or hitting the transfer portal.
Nope, they're 100% in.
They're in. Oklahoma, on the other hand, has a bunch of dudes who are going to be pros and
it's
a bunch of dudes hitting the portal. You think Oklahoma wants to be playing in a bowl game against Navy?
I get the sense that OU is going to start nothing but freshmen and sophomores. You know what I mean? It's going to be nothing but transfers and dudes that might start 2 years from now.
Navy plus 8.5.
Wow.
Yes, please. And same for Army. Army's playing Marshall. They're 8.5-point favorites against Marshall. Who knows who's going to play for Marshall? I know everybody's playing for Army.
No, we're going to be there this week. I can't remember the last time that both Army and Navy were bowl-bound when we went to an Army-Navy game. It doesn't happen very often.
It's cool, though. Oh. And you know what? Air Force was there was I think there's 32 bowls, and there were 64 teams that were bowl eligible.
Perfect.
If they needed one spot, it would have been Air Force's because it would have been the 5-7 team with the best academic numbers.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah. Yeah, they would have had they would have gotten a spot, and then all three of them would have made it. I don't know if that's ever happened. All three.
So the tiebreaker is grades.
Yeah. If you're a 5-7 team, they reward the teams that have the better grades.
I'm absolutely floored that that's the case, but I'm glad it is.
Yeah, I mean
that's the only time grades matter anywhere now.
Yeah, if you suck at football, well, you better be the best sucky football team at test scores.
Do you remember back in the day when there were guys that did not play because of grades?
Yeah.
That there was a time in my life that, let's say, Notre Dame and USC on a Thanksgiving Day, there would be a quarterback or a stud that didn't play because he got a C on a test.
I haven't heard about anything like that in 15 years.
At least, but that was a legitimate concern.
That is the Daily Lines, brought to you by SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house, located there at 281 and Bitters. All right, Rob, I am going to go home and watch Hard Knocks.
If you haven't watched it, it's the best episode. This is what Hard Knocks is truly great at, giving you the background of what's happening at the moment. And it couldn't have been done better.
And I hope all of you, now listen, if some of you guys tomorrow are trying to talk about what happened on the regular broadcast or what did Troy Aikman say, I don't know. I'm not going to know. I am watching exclusively the Simpsons broadcast. I'm treating this like a movie.
I'd like to. I'm going to give it my best.
Rob, just commit.
I'm going to commit.
Just commit and put it on the Simpsons broadcast and tell your wife to hide the remote.
If it wasn't the Cowboys, if it was any other game, I'd be all in. You know what I mean? But
when the Cowboys suck this bad, this is the only way to make it interesting.
It's a joke. The Cowboys are not a joke to me. I don't find any humor in them.
I do.
I have to suffer in the real life world of fumbles and interceptions.
I'm going to watch it in cartoon mode. It's all a joke to me. All right, that's it for us. Welcome back, Vic. Good to have you back on the board.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back tomorrow. Blitz is out at the Roo Pub. They're probably watching the regular broadcast out there at the Roo Pub. I'm going to be at home watching The Simpsons. But the Blitz will be there 2 to 6 and watching the Cowboy game after. You can hear it on our station, too, right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio.